You never know though. It can be, you know, with the stakes involved, it can bring some players to maybe try to play safer. But I would expect both these teams to want to go as hard as they can, try to play as aggressively as they can to secure that win, and especially for the first map to try to set the tone for how they want the rest of the set to go. So it'll be interesting to see who's going to come out on top here, and then what that will set the tone for the next map that we're going to see. But we're going to get started here. Both teams have readied up, and as we get started with the first match of the day, well, I'll just give you a quick question. Who do you think is going to come out on top?
Honestly, with Snakewater, it's kind of up in the air. Like you said, it's a very stale-matey map, and right off the bat, we actually have Ball's team being significantly quicker. Artist going to be showing up to mid much faster, so able to get up some stickies. Not really able to get a lot of early damage, I think, is what he was hoping for. That Patty's actually going to be going in deep, landing on the combo. Will get taken down by Slumnish Dingo, and Silly going to go down! And so will Quacks as they try desperately to get in, and they are successful, but I don't really think it's going to matter as they lose so many players for it. Banny is the last man standing, will get caught out behind Artist, going to be the one taking him down with the stickies. And unfortunately for froyotech, while maybe successful in taking down Zilly, it wasn't really worth it.
No, it wasn't. It seemed like a lot of players on Froyo kind of were maybe a little overextended or a little too aggressive, and Ball's team was just able to hang back. Even losing that med, they were able to clean up the rest of Froyo and find a med pick themselves. So it ultimately ended up winning them the mid.
He's on the wall.
As they come through, I guess they didn't, but now Ball's team is looking to get some sort of ground here on second as they've taken mid. But with the Ubers evened out, they're most likely just gonna park the bus and look for a sack play as both teams get Uber. Just kind of waiting around. It is on Ball's team to send the first sack, so we are gonna see it come through here in just a moment. Yep, Soldier going in, but they're trying to find this immediately. Yeah, sack goes down. Pretty much like clockwork, just looking for that med pick to break the stalemate, and that's what both teams are going to be looking to do here. So now it is on Froyo to start making that space. Banny peeking that little saw area. Logan, oh, they actually have the crits. They have the crits,
I didn't even notice.
But Ball's team was ready for the Uber, but they lose the demo.
Oh,
they dropped the demo. That is actually huge for Froyo, as it was looking pretty bad for them there, popping crits and not immediately getting those frags. Ball's team popping the Uber to counter, but yeah, it's an absolute cleanup now. That was a perfect, beautiful crits pop by Froyo to catch Ball's team by surprise, and ultimately getting that demo pick was able to secure the momentum for them and turn it around. And with, I believe, the med still on crits. Yeah, they're still on crits, so they're going to be spawn camping Ball's team and forwards here as they slowly cap mid. And now Ball's team, knowing that there's crits out there, it's kind of... It's something they got to think about. Oh, whoa, okay. They're trying to play aggressive. They really want to blitz this. So we have to adjust accordingly and make sure something like that doesn't happen again where they lose their demo. Especially after popping the Uber, they were ready with that Uber, but they still dropped the demo, which was so unfortunate. It kind of squandered their potential to have a good defense. But now as Froyo goes into last, making that space, they pop the crits again. Ball's team does not have Uber to counter it this time, and now they're looking to get more frags and kills. Soldiers going in on Ball's team to try to salvage something. They do find the med. Chris med goes down, and now the heavy coming out. Ton of cat time but the heavy does save it at the very end. Ball's team just barely able to defend that as Froyo has to back out. They were not able to get enough frags with the crits, and now it is back to Ball's team with the full Uber advantage to walk out of last here. That was very, very close, but good push by Froyo. Yeah. Even better.
Froyo tried to push in there, but yeah, I mean, it was their med dying so early, them losing their crits wasn't able to have as much impact as I think they were hoping for. And with the Buddhist power coming up, there's really nothing they could do to get anything done. So they kind of just had to play around it like it was an even last fight while they have no heals. But the Uber is going to get popped out on the mid. It is going to be Balls team trying to push forward and get as many picks as they can. Maybe not necessary to use Uber here, but they are going to do it anyway. That does put Hubada up with crits still, I believe. Hubada has, or no, maybe they're still, no, they're on stock again. They're on stock again. They're just taking so much damage. They're building so quickly. I thought they were on crits for a moment. Yep. They're going to counter pop, though. Logan going to go up into the Troposphere, and will land, is saved. Not caught out by anyone. It looks like Balls team just pulled back quickly. They realized that, you know, a counter pop was going to be coming their way, and they didn't want to stick around to be victim to it. So they're out of there, but they're still sitting with about 50% Uber ads, so we could be seeing a very quick reaggress as Dingo is in behind in Blue Saw. Is spotted by Banny, now Brand Slam, but there's no scouts by the beam
no scouts.
or the side of froyotech. They can send in a sack right now.
They could definitely send a sack right now. I mean, Balls team, their entire, they very much, they have the Uber advantage. They have players dragged back, but unfortunately they did not. It looks like they're trying to maybe coordinate some type of sandwich play with that player from behind instead of just going based off of the fact that they're distracting. They almost find Patty overextending and lower, but unfortunately Soldier goes down on the side of Balls team, and now as the Ubers even up, this advantage, this situation is kind of losing Balls team. As now, I mean, with the Soldiers still stuck behind, still trying to make noise, Froyo might just take this opportunity and move forwards. But
Dingo's coming in hot. Ballistic missile onto Hubada. 13 HP. Drops to J. Will eat the pellets from across the plains and will die. Hubada losing that Uber there. Now it's on Quacks to go for a salvage. Does land on top of Zilly, and it will be successful with the help of Patty and Banny. That force will come out, so it's not all for nothing on the side of froyotech. They may have dropped Hubada, but they said we're taking Zilly down with us too.
That was a beautiful counter sack by Froyo to get that force. Oh, Logan, that's not going to be good for Froyo, as now Balls team does not have to worry about getting through to second here. And I mean, slight Uber advantage, not much, but it's going to be interesting to see. Oh, beautiful demo pick.
With the headshot.
Said demo for a demo. Demo for a demo.
Now High Five dying as well. Froyo with the player ad could make something happen here.
Looks like Balls team still trying to aggress. Banny does go down, but now more players dropping us. Oh wow!
Jay and Slemnish
it's a complete wipe.
House. Oh my goodness! Hubada, the last man standing, has to get out of there quickly. Does manage to hit the Banny vine to get the resup, but I don't really think it matters. They're not going to have the spawners in time. Patty, the only one that can stop the point right now. Hubada coming out from the right, tries to get onto the point, but ladies and gentlemen and friends in between, Balls team is going to be the one taking home the first round on Snakewater. And just as a reminder, this is froyotech's map pick.
Yeah, froyotech's map pick. They almost won the first round off the crits. Surprised with the crits, but Balls team holding very well and then pushing them all the way back and taking the first round. I mean, like you said, it's going to be a lot of back and forth. So that's exactly what we're already seeing here. And as both teams go out here, both demos pretty much get out on the same time. It looks like froyotech looking to play a little bit less aggressively this time, but Banny's still taking that height immediately. Soldier going in for the bomb, trying to get Zilly, does find Zilly, but now it's up to the counter sack. Two players behind Froyo for Balls team. They both go for the double sack, and they do find a pick, but and they do find the med at the very last second. Balls team getting wiped by the final couple players on Froyo, but at the very least finding that med pick, evening out those Ubers. Not a complete lost cause for them. But as Froyo goes up, looks like Logan going up to set up some sneaky traps just in case any players try to come through. Setting up some forward traps. Could have found one there, but you know, Balls team very much aware of those forward trap strats.
Deep for of making space for his team.
Logan.
He's probably going to get taken down, though. His team just isn't quick enough to catch up with him. Does look like they're getting a lot of good spam onto the Froyo players stuck in lower, but it looks like potentially Dingo going to get caught out here, went in a little too deep. It's, I think this is Quacks coming in from lower, landing on the Death Bridge. Zilly is able to matrix around these rockets, though. Two players down for the side of Balls team. They need to play this carefully. They know that Quacks is behind. Now they even out those players. Slemnish going to be able to take down that soldier. Now with no soldiers alive for the side of froyotech, Balls team has a very easy time trying to just shove forward. They can make a lot of space very quickly. Don't have to worry about
Nice
getting
pick.
spammed out. Brand Slam going to get taken
Finding
down
Logan
by Slumdish.
too.
Now going to find Logan as well. They're all over Hub, and a big bomb
wow.
from High Five as the Uber comes out, and they find Fanny as well. They said no more. I am tired of losing to froyotech. We are taking the fight into them. They are going to be the victors of that one. They're actually going to be able to make froyotech pretty much a wipe there, which will give Balls team a pretty easy push into second and about 40% Uber ad.
Definitely. That was very painful for Froyo, as they had 97 Uber at the time of losing their med there. So they were just on the cusp of being able to defend something with an Uber, but unfortunately dropping the med there. And now with a full Uber advantage, almost a full Uber advantage for Balls team. It's looking like another looking to be a successful push from them, as long as they can keep up that momentum that they've had. And now it's up to Froyo to show that they can hold just as well as Balls team.
Absolutely.
They get the sentry up, and they're getting ready here. Balls team getting ready to push to the right side. They Uber through, sending the demo in, trying to find some type of picks. They looking for the sentry early. Does get the sentry, but they are not finding any picks, and Froyo is hanging back pretty well. They haven't gotten any cap time yet either. Finally finding some, but oh, they are going to find him pick on Froyo, but it's not going to be enough. Froyo is not being aggressive enough on the point. It looked like they were staying healthy, staying back, but they did not collapse on that point as they should have, especially when Balls team sent that scout on there. It was a little bit too passive. And I mean, with how fast the cap times are, especially on Snakewater, you can see it happen. You're not coming out straight onto that point. It can slip right under you.
Having the Pootis there, and I think something important to note is that Froyo was all hiding in spawn, waiting for that Uber to end, but they kind of waited a little too long. If Pootis wasn't able to get out, they had no space. But looking at this, Dingo going to be going for a high fade, baiting in a bomb from Quacks, will take down Patty on the hands of Slemnish, and Quacks going down to High Five here. I believe that just means Balls team can kind of waddle forward. They lose both of their scouts on the side of Balls team, so they need to be careful of potentially a scout 2v1 on their beam where one kind of just slips behind. But I don't really think they're too worried about it. They do spot all of the players on froyotech far forward. Hubba does not die on the mid this time, though. So Balls team needs to be careful. They know they're pushing into an even Uber situation, but they have a lot of player ad. They have a lot of time to maybe make something work, as they're looking to find their way in through lower. Going very quickly here, actually. They spot the two scouts on Shed, looking to spam them off, and they are relatively successful. They get one off. Banny now thrown off as well. Looks like Dingo jumping forward, getting a lot of good spam damage onto Logan, but it looks like Quacks and Patty going in behind will get taken down. Banny going to be able to clean up Dingo, but I don't really think it matters. Banny up in the air. They lose Banny now. Hubba has to pop to leave at some point, I'm sure. Eats a lot of damage. The force doesn't come out, though. They hold on to it. Hubba does not drop here by some miracle of whatever you believe in. It's some miracle. It does look like High Five pushing in from lower does get taken down by Patty, and it looks like Quack's going to be bombing up. It's a huge bomb from Patty behind. They're not able to get the force, though, but Zilly is so weak. Anyone could take him down.
That was so scary. A bomb coming in, but then Zilly just barely making it out of lobby, almost losing Uber themselves. And then now, but with two players going down, including the demo on the side of Balls team, this is actually a big advantage for Froyo to maybe push out of last year, but they do need to be careful. Like you said, still an even Uber situation. Both teams somehow not dropped or popped as they both try to make space. And Balls team defending this aggressively, but they might try to make a play through lower here. As Balls team, Uber exchange coming out in lobby.
There's no soldiers alive for Froyo, though.
Once again, both soldiers on the side of Froyo going down. And this is not looking too good, as they do find a pick on High Five, but it's gonna prevent them from being able to push out, and they kind of have to let it stalemate once again with the Uber. But oh no, Balls team going straight in. They're we're gonna try fight this. We're gonna take the space. It very much is.
A player here. They're fighting 5v6 now, 4v6
now.
Oh my goodness gracious! It's nuclear, ladies and gentlemen. froyotech has just committed mass murder in Snakewater lobby. This is a crime on broadcast. This needs to be submitted as evidence, because holy moly,
that was
just brutal.
Very brutal. As now pretty much all of Balls team momentum just completely vaporized, as now they have to be on the back foot. The snipers
with the pick, though.
Slemnish, showing, hey bro, y'all got Brand Slam, we got Slemnish bringing out some slick picks with the sniper. always a surprise, but
we got Slimnish on sniper. Oh,
but Uber coming out from Froyo, trying to find some type of momentum as they push into second here. But Ball's team now with the Uber.
Patty is wrapping behind them. Keep this in mind. Going towards lower. Is ready to jump out on anyone who comes out shutter. He heard it open. He's jumping up now.
He's playing for the back cap.
He's a little too far forward, though. He's playing for the back cap. Now he has to turn his attention towards Zilly and Artist. But huge nuclear bomb from Quacks and Logan. So much damage coming out. They can't defend the point. They have no players. And froyotech is going to be able to respond to the 2 rounds that Ball's team has claimed with one of their own.
That was really good from Froyo. Just basically, Patty did very well to distract the players. Some players trying to go to last, and then Froyo cleaning up the ones that were left fighting in front. And I saw it all come together in the end. They collapsed on that combo on last, and that was the only 2 players left on Ball's team. So now, with 1 round secured for Froyo, they're definitely looking to even things up here with about 15 minutes left on the game timer. Double bomb once again coming in from Froyo, trying to find something here. They look for the demo. They do find it. Beautiful, beautiful high bomb from Froyo is now. Oh, the counter bomb. Oh my goodness. Deleting Logan with a beautiful air shot from Ball's team. They do get wiped by Froyo, but not without some picks of their own. It is not going to be enough though. Full wipe. That's going to give Froyo some free momentum to push all the way to last. Pretty back and forth mid too. Until the oh yeah, big Uber ad. This is definitely Froyo looking to even things up very, very quickly here. Keep Ball's team on their toes. Say, hey, you might have gotten 2 rounds, but we're still fighting. We're still gonna make you work for this. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Looking to maybe push out through the right side shutter. Yep, everyone getting ready, getting their buffs. Ball's team setting up that sentry behind the truck.
Froyo ripping it through top left. They don't have the sentry down just yet. About 50%, actually 70% of their Uber used on trying to get that sentry down. And they're trying to get a lot of picks here, but they're not really successful. Banny and Patty both going to be going down here. Dingo and Slimnish taking them out respectively. Slimnish finally getting traded with the Kudus under the point. Is going to be able to take down Quacks, but not before Quacks finds the 2 rocket onto Zilly, completely preventing Ball's team from, I think, even considering pushing out here.
Yeah.
We have Jay still building up that Snetty gun. They know that it's a little too dangerous to push out, especially with their beam down. It would just kind of lead to them getting back capped. And Hubada is at 50% Uber right now, almost 60, now at 60, looking to immediately rip another push straight back in to Ball's team's last. They know that they've put them in a very uncomfortable situation here. They know that they're in a very awkward position, and they're ready to capitalize off of it. Brand Slam pushing forward, scaring away Dingo, getting a good bit of pressure while not really eating a lot of damage in return. We do have, I believe this is High Five setting up lower, but it doesn't really matter. That's going to be pretty much useless. It is Logan bombing in deep with the pipe. I think he's going to be able to find Zilly. Sentry goes down. Banny dies to a trap on the point, but that means the point is no longer defended. They have no bodies on the point. It looks like a lot of players on the side of Ball teams are dead, but wait a minute. They're coming back in. High Five on top of the point, getting deleted by, I believe this is Brand Slam. It's just Slimnish alive, is able to find Logan somehow, who's leading around these bullets. Zilly's on the point now. Hopping away. Brand setting on the point. Brand Slam has to win the 2v1, now 3v1. And somehow, some way, Ball's team is able to hold on to their last against all odds.
That was an amazing hold by Ball's team. That was actually insane. They lose their med once again immediately on the push-in from Froyo, but they're still able to hold it. Their DF, they're able to hold with no heals until their med comes back up. And with Slimnish just barely alive, they were able to clean up the rest of the Froyo players. And now, but the demo going down for Ball's team is going to be very devastating, as now Froyo immediately taking that advantage and going straight in for Zilly, taking them down again and completely wiping Ball's team. Froyo said, no. We are holding this aggressive momentum. We are keeping Ball's team at last. Once again, with huge Uber advantage. And it looks like maybe, Froyo just gathering some information here as they wait for their players. Once again, back in the same situation that Ball's team does not want to find themselves in, holding last with a big Uber disadvantage. Will they be able to do it for a third time? Hold against these very difficult odds. I mean, once again, that was an amazing hold by them, just barely squeaking it out and finding their med in the respawn. Slimnish pulling through. Froyo Froyo's definitely thinking about that though as they're getting ready to Uber in here. They're gonna try not to let that happen again as they Uber through the shutter here, immediately finding the sentry. Balls team waiting in spawn, kiting the Uber, but Froyo finds a ton of cap time here as Soldiers going in. They do find Patty and Quacks once again, and again the Uber heavy coming on the point with a ton of heals from Balls team. It's gonna be another beautiful hold from them. Froyo not able to get in. Rock solid.
Insurmountable odds again, is somehow, some way they have managed to hold on to their last. They should be dead to rights right now. They were at massive Uber disadvantage, but now they're in the driver's seat. Grand Slam is actively running at Artist, trying to get the pick, but doesn't really matter. It's going to get taken down. Big bomb coming in from Quacks. Is able to get a lot of damage in the force. Patty will take down Artist outside of the Uber as well. Chatty, living in cheese, going to be leading out towards Saw. Getting that Uber out is going to be crucial for froyotech, but I think Ball's team realizes that they're going to be trying to push forward as much as they can, try and pressure, maybe get someone through some doorway. Slumnish going to go down there. Inting, Logan going to go down here. They're looking for Hubada. They know he's in Blue Kitchen. Is actually going to be able to find Jay. Big bomb from one of the soldiers on Ball's team. I believe this is Dingo. Is not quite able to find anything though, and that spells the end of any attempt to push out for Ball's team. And that also puts them at full Uber disad as well.
Once again.
I mean, this is just...
It's hard for them they're holding, but it's every time they're trying to push out, they seem to lose an essential player like a demo, or they get forced before they can really build that momentum against Froyo, and Froyo just has them right back to where they don't want to be at last with Uber disadvantage. And I mean, going through this once again a fourth time is going to be, oh my goodness, they find Logan immediately with the snipe. That's going to be very bad for Froyo trying to push this, and now it's pretty much squandered their Uber immediately. They catch Hubada in too. This is going to be huge for Ball's team. Now this is finally their chance to walk out, not only with some player advantage, but also some Uber advantage as well. Hopefully try to build some momentum and keep their lead. We got to keep that in mind too. Froyo is trying to take this round to tie it up, and they're just not able to clinch it out. And with about like 8.5 minutes left, I mean, you got to be feeling good as Ball's team, just holding this lead in general. And now with the full Uber advantage, they're definitely looking to push through and capitalize on this momentum. Peeking through Saw, gathering information. Froyo definitely looking for that sack. Both Patty and Quacks just pressuring that Saw area, but they are going to get slowly pushed out here. They do have to be careful. Uber does come out on catwalk from the side of Ball's team. They're going to be looking for that med pick and maybe some type of advantage they could gain from this Uber, but they are only going to find Patty in that. And now with Uber advantage from Froyo, it's once again going to be on the back foot for Ball's team if they're not going to be able to find this med pick. Is now sack coming in. You're not going to be able to find anything. Now
Dingo's somehow surviving this as well.
They are
genuinely insane.
But
Hubada ripping it through Blue Kitchen, coming in very aggressive. They realize that though Zilly and Slumnish are going to be running away. And it looks like Banny and Hubada, and I believe Grand Slam was with them as well, are going to pull back. They realize nothing is worth it. Dingo and Patty going to be trading in the back line here. Looks like Ball's team wants to take some kind of aggressive fight. They know that they have Uber ad, but wait a minute, Banny's coming in from the top rope with the steel chair, and he lands on Zilly. Will take him down. Garden attempt from I-5 will not get Logan. Grand Slam going to be finding Slumnish as well. It's a full team wipe for Ball's team. I would also like to point out 7 minutes left in the map timer, but we are running the infinite overtime config. So even though there's 7 minutes left on the map, we will have to wait and see if it gets to that point where the score is still 1-2 after after 7 minutes have passed. We'll have to see which team gets to 3 points first to crown a true winner of Snakewater.
Yeah, so it's not only on Ball's team to hold this lead for those 6.5 minutes, but if they want to secure this game, they're gonna have to finish one more round. And once again, I mean, with the way Froyo's been moving, keeping them on last, it looks like Froyo does not want to even let them get another round. Huge bomb coming in, getting a ton of damage, trying to get that Uber advantage out. But oh my goodness, no! Froyo losing 3 more players once again, and a beautiful hold from Ball's team as once again they're able to defend their last on Uber disadvantage. Just solid like granite on these last holds. And now with Ball's team having to walk out, or they're able to walk out with once again yet another Uber advantage, they're definitely going to be looking to try to get out. Either if they do use Uber, hopefully continue to maintain that advantage, or just get out without having to use Uber at all. Froyo is going to be, Quack's immediately trying to go in for a surprise bomb. Not going to be able to find anything, unfortunately, and that is going to severely limit Froyo's chances of being able to continue to defend, and that is exactly what they do. They pull back out and let Ubers even out for the second hold. Is now, but oh no, Ball's team is looking to continue that momentum.
Holy moly, high five going to deep.
Going for the high bomb. Not able to find anything. Team not really supporting him. And now it looks like they sent that in as a sack, and now Froyo is. Froyo might be looking to.
Yeah, I think they knew that the Ubers were gonna. I think they knew that the Ubers were going to even out there, so they just kind of threw high five in to try and either kill Hubba before he got the Uber, like a 99 or a 98 dropper or something like that, or at least get the force, but wasn't able to land on anything. Slemnish is actually going to be able to crater Patty, which means that Ball's team has an opportunity to throw a counter in. They're pressuring very hard through lower, so I think I would imagine we'd see high five or maybe Dingo go in through window, or maybe even Saw.
High bomb coming in. They do find the force on Hubba.
Lower as well. Yeah, that force is going to be massive. They actually end up countering from Zilly as they get forced. A lot of damage comes out. Brand Slam dies. They do know about Quacks behind them, I would imagine. Yes, they do. Zilly makes them eat 70 damage inside of window. So effectively, froyotech is down 2 players, but I don't really think that matters. Ball's team's still down 3 here, and I believe Jay may be caught in. Although he is matrixing around all of this damage rather well, will be able to escape. They still know about Quacks behind them. Dingo gets a nice upward direct onto him, and that will pretty much slow froyotech down to a halt on second. They have to get ready to hold again and potentially even back out, as we have high five going up towards Cheese. Good damage from Patty. Gets a lot of damage actually onto both Artist and Zilly, forcing them to play back momentarily for that pack. And this gives froyotech just enough time to build out that Uber and have 100% while they hold on last. Give them a little bit more time as well to set up a sentry, maybe set up, some kind of forward hold on this last. But no, Banny dies early. They're going through quick, trying to get onto Hubba. Hubba does hit the respawn, but Slemnish is able to find Quacks. They lose 2 for this, so I think even with Ubers being even, Ball's team wants to rip this fast.
Definitely, and if they want to play to this pick advantage that they have, they do unfortunately lose a player going into it though, and the Soldier bombing in, trying to find some type of force situation. They are not going to be able to. And now Froyo is maybe looks like both teams are looking for an exchange here, as Scout goes down once again. 3 down on the side of Ball's team. This is actually looking pretty bad for them, as now they have to back up. Nothing but pretty much the combo left, and as they get forced by Froyo, they're pretty much their push is pretty much squandered. They have to back out completely. And this is very, very good for momentum for Froyo. They find the demo, no traps to worry about, and completely push back out onto second without having to use Uber at all. This is not looking good. It's not looking good for Ball's team.
This is looking great for froyotech, though, as they rip their Uber on mid. They're going to be able to find Dingo. Now finding Jay as well. Looks like they may be able to find high five as well if they turn their attention towards him. They know he's coming in deep. Lands on Hubba. 2 rockets takes him down to 12 health. What? Hubba remains close, only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and this is not that. This is Team Fortress 2, and you need to take him down to 0. Hubba going to be living by the skin of his teeth there. Looks like a big bomb coming in from Quacks as well, trying to get some pressure. They actually are going to be successful. They will find Artist, get straight out with Slemnish here, but no demo alive for the side of Ball's team. Means that their holds are going to be significantly weaker as they're down their traps. Looks like it's going to be high five bombing in. They will find Patty, and I think that's the end of froyotech's push here. They know that Zilly has about 20-30% Uber ad compared to them, so they need to be very careful with their next decision here.
Definitely, and oh my goodness, Zilly already at 60 health. Froyo is not letting them push without keeping them on their toes here, as Quacks may be looking for some type of bomb. Not going to find it, but oh no. Looks like Froyo is going to push this on an even Uber advantage, looking for an exchange. They do find 2 players on the side of Ball's team, and that's going to be some very, very valuable picks as the exchange comes out. Bit of a player advantage for Froyo, as both teams just kind of waiting for the Uber to end, trading damage, trading positions. It's a bit of a, oh my goodness. Lots of damage going out on both sides, but Ball's team not able to end up with more frags in the end, as now froyotech and losing Zilly. Yeah, and losing Zilly in the kitchen. or not Zilly in the kitchen, but losing Zilly in general is going to be a huge plus for Froyo out of that exchange, because now as they back up, they get to re-enter the next fight with a decent amount of Uber advantage. We'll have to see if they take advantage of that, but either way, with 40 seconds left on the clock too, Froyo is definitely looking to get out of their second here, as it's looking like one more. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Ballsy going in, finding the demo and finding. Oh my goodness. This is looking.
Manny's pretty much the only one really putting his presence on the point, but as I say that, of course, Caster's curse, everyone comes in. Banny and Brand Slam will go down here, though. Dingo, 29 HP, trying to prevent Patty from coming in from behind, but will not be successful. They know he's there. It's just Patty alive, but it's a 2v1 on the point here. Patty has to go out towards lower, and he is going to get pinched eventually by Slumnish, so he needs to try and get out soon. He's actually just going to get rushed down by Jay here. And it looks like friends and family, Balls team sitting here with full Uber ad, Patty being dead. They're going to rip this soon. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my joints, my aching joints. I know they're going to push in at some point, because right now they only have to win this next round to secure the victory on Snakewater. And they're getting a lot of good pressure in from some of these doorways. They're going to be bombing forward. They know the sentry's in that lower area. The sentry hasn't been taken down yet. Dingo goes down very early. Good shot from Brand Slam. They know Patty's in lobby behind them. With Quacks being dead here, though, it may just give them that extra bit of momentum they need. Artist is very weak. Their health is very poor on the side of Balls team, but they're playing a 3v3 situation here. Dingo has spawned in, so maybe he'll be able to get there in time. It looks like Slumnish may go down, but not quite. Everybody's beefing. Zilly's going for the cap. He draws back Banny and Hubada. They find Artist. They find Zilly. They find Slumnish. froyotech holds on at the last moment. Dingo's just not able to get in at any earlier. I mean, got there as quick as he could, but unfortunately showed up at the end of that fight. And Balls team, even though they had full Uber ad, they were not able to secure the dub ski, at least, for now, on Snakewater.
Right. A nail biter of a hold for Froyo, as they end up in that 3v3 situation, and it was almost looking like Balls team was about to turn it around all of a sudden, but thankfully, as they come out of last year, they find themselves with another chance to get this comeback started. And especially, I mean, as we were saying, this is Froyo's map pick. So setting the tone by beating Froyo on their own map pick would be huge for Balls team. So they're definitely looking for that right now, and getting that close, hopefully only motivating them more to hold strong here. But as the Uber comes in, oh my goodness, Logan getting skyboxed by the trap. Does not matter. Uber coming in for Froyo, but they are only going to be able to find.
Zilly has their own Uber now.
Dingo, and now, full Uber advantage for Balls team. This is their chance to push out, but
they have a sniper
some players behind. Banny's a little bit behind, causing some chaos and getting some good picks. 3 players going down for Balls team. It looks like Froyo is on cleanup crew, because now with the Uber coming out from the side of Balls team with player disadvantage and Uber disadvantage, it looks like everything's just been kind of turned. Oh my goodness, Arnold! Absolutely deleting Patty out of the sky.
It's huge from Dingo. Lands on Hubada from Jeez.
They turned it around. Just when it was looking bad for Balls team, just when it was looking like they lost their advantage, Dingo just absolutely turning it around with a beautiful bomb. And now, once again, Balls team back on the.
I'm at a loss for words.
I'm seeing so much going on.
I have not seen this much back and forth in a TF2 game in a very, very, very long time. I just have to say that much. I mean, this is crazy. We have high five above Cat. Will get spotted, tries to get some good spam, but is going to get taken down. Now Dingo going to be bombing forward, trying to find something, but is probably also going to get taken down here. He's behind Shaq on 4 HP. Let's get saved. Big bomb coming in from Patty, though.
Wow.
Or I believe Quacks here, actually. Now Patty coming in is going to be able to find Jay. They find Sunish. They find Silly as well. Dingo going down. Hubada dies at the back end of that Dingo with his last dying breath, going to be able to find Hubada. But I mean, when you lose all your players, finding the beam doesn't really matter. They may be able to hold the last off of this just because Ubers won't be too drastically different. It'll be about maybe 5-10 ad, depending on how well froyotech decides to build this. But I mean, as it stands right now, we're just going to be seeing a standard stalemate on Snakewater last. We're used to it at this point. We've seen the Snakewater stalemates.
Yeah, it looks like we have Banny on sniper this time, looking for a bit of a sneaky pick. As Ball's team just gets everything set up for a full hold here. They do technically have good Uber. Oh, Banny immediately finding a pick on the NG there. That might be a bit useful for the
Patty's going in for his own attempt at a sack. It's nuclear. Patty against Zilly. This is detrimental to Ball's team's hold. They're not going to be able to hold on to this point with only Slumnish alive. He's got to fight a 1v6 or 1v5, I suppose. And froyotech manages to claw themselves back, not quite into the lead just yet. The score is all tied up. It's match point at this point. Or I suppose map point at this point, as we see who will take home Snakewater in what is only the first map of this best of 5 series.
It is, and I mean, already so much back and forth, so many surprising moments. Like we thought, oh, this is gonna be it. No. And I mean, amazing play by Froyo to clinch that round out too. High bomb coming in though, going straight for Hubada. Very aggressive coming from Ball's team, but they're not gonna be able to find it. Oh no, they do find it. They find the med for Froyo, and that's gonna be a very, very successful mid. Oh, Banny, I mean, Froyo trying to clean up here. Yeah, coming in from behind, trying to find a last-ditch effort play, but that is gonna be a wipe for Ball's team. Finding their aggressive footing here with that mid fight, the double bomb coming in, being successful for them, and then being able to clean those players up is going to be a very good start for this round for them. And once again, with full Uber advantage, getting ready to push into last, this is their chance to take the map. Once again, this is for either of them. Whichever round gets taken next, that will be the map. So it's going to be interesting to see Froyo, knowing this, going to try to defend this with their lives. Brand Slam on Sniper, looking to maybe get a pick to save the day, but Uber coming in from the right side shutter immediately.
They have cone traps up here. Just need to be careful with that.
They do.
Zilly walks over the cone trap. They don't dead. They dead now. They find Slemnish and Zilly. froyotech has the opportunity to hold on to this. No heals. All damage is permanent to the players of Ball's team. Dingo's going to go down here. So is High Five.
Wow.
And because they don't clear the cone trap, it's going to be Logan able to find 2 crucial picks, taking down a combat and the heals, and it just makes it so much easier for froyotech to hold on to last here. But if they didn't have those cone traps, I honestly think froyotech probably would have lost there.
Oh yeah.
If they didn't have those 2 picks to really give them that shove, that momentum, their Brutus probably wouldn't have been able to do a whole lot, especially with where he had to be positioned.
Double bomb coming in immediately.
Down. Big double, big force from the soldiers on Ball's team here. Making Hubada use that Uber is going to be very, very useful for Ball's team. They're going to be backing out both Zilly and Jay to their own last, just building this Uber out. They know that they've got to play very, very carefully. They do have Jay and Dingo up in forward spawn. Maybe Dingo can make the players on Froyo think they back spawn. But no, they're just going to try and go for spam, and they will commit to the back spawn, commit to holding last. Not going to try anything too risky, in spite of the fact that they have that full Uber ad, but not going to go for anything too crazy here. I think we're going to see Ball's team probably posture to push out through either Deathbridge or Bats.
Yep, Uber coming out through Deathbridge as they look to find some... Oh, but they dropped the scout in that Uber. That is not going to be a good push from them, as now... They do get Logan, which is a good demo pick, but now they're losing players, and with 4 down on the side of Ball's team, it's looking like, and with full Uber advantage, yep, Froyo popping Uber, just completely cleaning up. It looks like that failed push is going to spell the end for Ball's team. Froyo taking the first map. Oh my goodness, what a wild back and forth.
Yeah,
so many times we thought
Ball's
they were
team took that lead so early too.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought for sure that it would have been, Ball's team win here, but froyotech, they figured out what was going wrong, I suppose, and they were able to turn things around. They were able to make things work in their favor and make their map pick their dub, as opposed to it being the other way around. But I'm going to see if I can't pull up the logs here, because these are definitely going to be interesting to look at. And checking them out right now, if we filter by DPM, it's going to be Logan all the way at the top with 340 DPM, just absolutely obliterating anyone in his path, shredding, getting damage thrown out as much as possible, really. I mean, going incredibly damage positive as well. I mean, Logan is just putting in work here.
Yeah, Logan, I mean, we saw it the amount of times, and especially with stuff like the cone trap, things like that. Little strategies from Froyo where it seemed like, it might have made the difference in taking that map. And I mean, you can already see it in the logs, Logan going crazy. And I mean, so many of the other players going crazy too. So many frags coming out on both sides. And as we were saying, this was Froyo's first map pick. So like that being the tone that's being set for Froyo is kind of like, oh, I'm sure Froyo is definitely thinking, oh, okay, that was a little bit more back and forth than we would have liked it to be. So as they move into process here, I'm sure they're definitely thinking about what they're going to do to counteract the surprising ways that Ball's team is playing, because it definitely seems like, I mean, Ball's team showing out with these amazing holds and showing out with some amazing DM from themselves to clinch out these situations that you're looking at like, the other team's Uber, you have no med, you have no heals, and how are you winning these situations? And somehow Ball's team clinching it out in those crazy situations is kind of throwing Froyo for a loop. But at the same time, I'm seeing Froyo, pull out strategies that end up working, surprising Ball's team with the crits to start off and almost winning a round off that. And, just little strategies such as finding that sentry pick on last for Froyo and then immediately going in for the bomb to find Zilly to secure that med pick advantage was, I think, was key in Froyo being able to take the rounds that they did or hold in the ways that they did. So yeah, we will hopefully, I mean, and that to me is what's so exciting about watching these players who have played for so long. It's not even just about like their DM, but it's like these little strategies that you see them employ that you would have never really thought about. But they can make all the difference in matches that are as back and forth as these. So we're definitely going to be seeing a lot more of that as both these teams get ready to battle each other on, I mean, a tried and true map, long-standing map process, where I wonder if it's going to be as back and forth as it was on Snakewater.
I'm thinking with Process, it probably will be, because Process is the Sixes map. It is the map that everybody learns. It's the first map everyone learns, at least nowadays. I don't know what the first map, people learned back when, Manny probably started playing the game. I don't know.
Like Granary.
Yeah, Badlands or something.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, I think this is going to be the map where the fundamentals really shine through, and I think Froyotech probably has the advantage there just because it's Froyotech, it's Banny. They know, they know the most about this game compared to pretty much anyone else. Banny's been around, I'm pretty sure, since like the inception of 6v6.
Yeah.
So, he knows pretty much everything. He knows the maps like the back of his hand. He knows what to do. But, even still, even the greatest players, even the greatest athletes of things are not immune to mistakes. We saw that on Snakewater where teams were making mistakes and, there was a lot of flip-flop.
Yeah, there was.
In the heat of the moment, your knowledge can kind of get a little muddled, even if you're, 30,000 hours, super invested into the game, all that stuff. So, I think Process is going to be the map that really tries and tests everything that these teams have to offer.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see. And like you said, Froyo being one, especially with someone like Banny on their team, playing as long as they have, not only playing as long as they have, but like establishing themselves as like, not even just being as good of a player as he is, but as good of a team leader as he is, as good of a coordinator he is, as good of a strategizer he is. It is going to be a bit favored on Froyo's side, especially like you said, with this map, there's not a lot of, there's not a lot of cheeky stuff like cone traps on this map to be worrying about. So it very much does come down a little bit more to the fundamentals. So it will be interesting to see, but again, like you said, already Ball's team showing like they're not going to go down without a fight. We're going to do some surprising stuff here. We're going to win in situations where, the team might have been like, oh no, I can never win this situation, much less going up against a team like Froyo, as well established as they are in these situations. I mean, it's already very surprising to see them pull out some advantages in the situations they have. But as the match gets started here, our second map looks like both teams getting ready here. Froyo, once again, first map won by them, needing at least 2 more to take the tournament here. And once again, I mean, picking the first map, winning it, but not by much. It's going to be interesting to see how they play the second one. Double bomb coming in from the side of Froyo, trying to find something. They do find a soldier pick as a trade, but they lose Logan immediately. Bomb coming in, and now they have to back out. A little bit of back and forth from that mid, but losing the demo on the side of Froyo there is going to spell the end of it. A bomb coming in from Patty, maybe trying to surprise someone. Does find Jay, so 2 picks on the side of Ball's team, or on the side of Froyo. Oh, finding another one as well. That's going to be able to bring their momentum back. They're going to walk back in here with even Ubers.
Yeah, they're walking in. They're ready to take this next fight. They know that they have the player ad. They know that they have pretty much everything on their side, really. Zilly's staying very far in, which I think is the wrong play, and they're going to pay the iron price for it as they drop 2 quacks. Vanny going to be able to find Artist as well, and Logan finding Splendid. Vanny finding a high 5, adding a 3rd kill to his streak right now. So Zilly walking forward there with that soldier that had to leave on their team out to sewer to grab a pack and get themselves, back to being healthy. Definitely a bit of a blunder, and it cost them their Uber there. They had no idea they were even in IT. They had no idea the soldier from Froyo was in IT, I should say, and they ended up dropping for it. Like I said, they paid the iron price, and now froyotech is going to be walking in with full Uber ad through 1 demo scout Uber. Going to be ripping it quick. Good damage coming through. They're finding Zilly very early, and they have Artist trapped. Logan going to find a quick 2K before the Uber even fades. Sentry hasn't gone down yet, but they know where it is. They're just trying to play around it. Patty's waddling forward. They're going to be able to take down the Sentry early. 3 players down for the side of Ball's team, and froyotech going to be able to make quick work of the first round, taking it in only 2 minutes and I believe 8 seconds. So, yeah, that's a pretty quick round.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ball's team was looking for the exchange there on that mid fight, but losing that, and then on top of losing the demo and med immediately on that last push, kind of spelled the end of it for them. No heals, no demo. Pretty much Froyo just playing it slow from there and clinching out the round. But now as both teams look to refight on mid here, just looking for some spam. Both teams kind of playing it slow right now, but looks like Froyo trying to slowly inch up. Double bomb coming in from the side of Froyo, trying to find that demo pick, some type of damage, but Patty is going to go down for it. They are going to trade a soldier, and as both teams are still, another bomb coming in from Quacks just to fade, make some space. Both teams once again still just playing it slow, playing even. Ooh, but 2 players immediately going down for Froyo, as now they have to back out, and it looks like that is going to be the mid for Ball's team.
Yeah, Ball's team takes away that mid there. I do think they probably should have lost because Ball's team had no space when Froyo was starting to inch their way forward, like you said. But hold on a moment, because we have Logan getting 1v1 by Jay, has no support. No one's able to catch up to him and help him, so Jay will be able to take down the... Jay will be able to take down Logan. No demo alive inside of froyotech, but Grand Slam with that Uber will be able to find high 5. I think Zilly here, maintaining that 100% Uber, though, is going to be walking forward. They know that they have a very, very good advantage. Quack's going to be jumping up, trying to find something. Nice air pipe from Artist. The Hail Mary lock and load, unlock abuse, whatever you want to call it. They managed to find that pick, and Zilly here again with full Uber ad. They just kind of have to wait until their players are ready until they rip it. They're going to be ripping it through 3. Quick demo bomb. Good damage in the spawn, but actually not a whole lot of damage coming out. Demo does death their sticks early. Logan has no more checks on the point. Vanny comes down from heaven as Buddhist, though.
Oh, wow.
With the Uber already being over, it doesn't look like this will be too successful for the side of Ball's team as they're down 3. They're down 1. They actually even out the players here. Jay getting a lot of good damage from
my goodness.
point. Banny's slowly creeping up, but he's so low. One good pipe could take him down, and it looks like Banny is getting arrow tanked like crazy, is able to find Jay, and somehow, some way, froyotech holds on to their last here.
Just barely, and I mean, with the full Uber advantage from Ball's team, that was a very, very good hold from them. It looks like Ball's team not able to create enough space, and now, oh, finding Dingo there, and oh, but they lose Logan in the process. That is going to be kind of a bad loss for Froyo, as it's going to make it a little bit harder for them to push out with this Uber. But actually, with even Ubers coming out and exchange coming through, they already lose three on the side of Froyo. This is a very bad Uber for them, as now Ball's team is looking to completely clean up a complete wipe, and now Ball's team once again back on the front foot, looking to take a round for themselves here in response to Froyo. Very, very good hold from them. Very good defense. And Logan trying to oh no, Logan overextending, well, trying to find some type of last-ditch effort play, but it's not going to be enough, as he's the only one alive, and Ball's team is able to take that first round. Yeah, that Logan dying early there before Froyo could get out was a bad start to that push, and Ball's team was able to turn that around and into a win. And once again, more back and forth. This is very, Froyo takes a round. They took it very decisively, but Ball's team showing that, hey, we can take a round too. We can take a round in response. So Quack's coming in, or Patty coming in with a fast bomb, starting a little bit aggressive. Yeah, has to back up immediately. Looks like Ball's team is hopefully going to try to take a little bit more space here, as once again Froyo kind of just having that height for free, slowly pressuring them out.
Patty fading onto Dingo, gets the pick. Looks like we still have High Five behind as well in their IT. They know about him, but they have no one watching his exit. He's getting ready to, he's not even going to jump out, he's just going to spam.
He's gonna hold the position.
Quacks down, force the arrow out. He's holding here, getting a lot of forward pressure for his team, but with so many players dead, Brand Slam up in the combo space. Does look like Zilly is able to maintain control here and does get Uber. They managed to survive. Now with High Five caught behind, it looks like Froyo, they know that they want to take this in. They know that they have the 6v5 in their favor. They just have to be conscious of High Five being behind them, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to be pushing in slowly but surely, taking space. It's going to be Patty going in for a bomb, but does get taken down by Jay. Now it's even 5v5, as I believe this is High Five coming in, but now 5v4 as froyotech. Actually, it's a 5v4 in favor. Now it's a 5v3 in favor of Ball's team, as they look to kill this man caught in sewer. Banny will go down, and now it's Hubeda leaving all on his lonesome out through IT. Probably going to get caught here. Has Uber. No damage has come out onto him yet. He's sitting on top of the packet, gets eaten by Dingo. What is happening? The force comes out way too late, though. This should not be happening.
That was a bit of a beef moment from False Steve, not able to find that force as quickly as they can, as now Ball's team tries to find their way into second. They do find 2 picks, which is going to be very useful for them in securing that momentum, but that was a little bit scary for them. Might have lost it there, but now with full Uber advantage, it's looking like Ball's team, ripping it right through 4. Gonna immediately try to take advantage of this situation, take advantage of the momentum that they have. Uber ad situation, finding that pick, taking way too long to find the pick onto Logan in 1, and now they're getting absolutely cleaned up by Froyo as they walk out of right spawn, and that's gonna be a completely failed push on the side of Ball's team. Froyo walking right on out and wiping Ball's team. Dang, that was so unfortunate. It looks like half of Ball's team just unable to kill Logan in time for one, distracting them way too much, and Froyo was able to walk out pretty much for free and collapse on them at that point. So now it's going to be once again Froyo looking to push out of second here. Again, 1-1. Both teams have 1 round, and we have about 20-ish minutes left on the game timer. Quack's going in for a bomb. Ooh, Froyo trying to find some aggression here, or trying to get some aggression here, but Logan goes down. 3 goes down on the side of Froyo before they're even able to use the Uber. This is going to be horrible for them, as now Ball's team is looking to just kite this and clean up and retake that advantage situation.
They get Slumnish, but Slumnish was on Sniper. I do want to preface, so they were kind of down a player already. There was no real way they could mount a super effective second hold with Slumnish up on Sniper. It does look like Zilly, though. They know that they can pressure at least a little bit and maybe get some good damage, pad the logs a little, prevent them from just rushing straight through choke. they are going to be doing that, and they will eventually have to pull away. That's actually what they're doing now, as froyotech tries to get some spam through the choke. They're not getting a lot, really. They're just setting up some traps. They're playing on mid here to anticipate a Balls team push, and I think that's what Balls team is getting ready to do. They want to rip it. They know they only have a slight bit of ad. Hopefully these stakes have been cleared off the choke, and they have. Zilly through the choke now, but the Ubers are about to even out. Hubba is at 90, so they need to make something happen soon. Brandslam takes a lot of damage on the height. We'll have to back away. This is pretty free open height for Balls team to contest. Vanny takes an air shot trying to get up to the height. It does look like the Ubers will get traded here. Hubba pushing in first. Looks a little bit better for the side of froyotech, though, as it ends a little bit later. Hubba does go down at the end of the fight, though, so now it's going to be all in for Zilly. They have to death ball properly. Looks like Brandslam and Patty going to be pushing forward, looking to get something. Banny's in from behind through IT. Now Brandslam from behind as well from the top rope with the steel chair. Zilly goes down, craters in choke, and froyotech has massive player ad. Good space on 2. Could potentially even cap if Brandslam doesn't die to the Scout 1v1 here. They do cap. Even if Brandslam dies here, this is excellent value.
Absolutely, and with a cap from froyotech and a good bit of Uber advantage, it's looking like they're going to be trying to take this momentum straight in with a dry push against Balls team here. But Balls team is not going to go down without a fight. Unfortunately, losing Artist immediately to a bomb. But oh my goodness, Hubba going down to a bomb from the side of Balls team as well. Not going to be enough for Froyo to push through with that advantage that they get absolutely cleaned up. Our Balls team. I'm trying to find some type of... not going to be able to find the Scout. Goes down, trying to get that last ditch effort med pick, and Balls team is going to be able to successfully hold that, turn it around. They did lose Artist early in that fight, but that bomb from Balls team being able to find the med pick there, pretty much able to turn it around completely. And now we're back to Froyo's last with full Uber advantage for Balls team. Once again, looking to find maybe their second round here on process, find their footing, find a lead once again against Froyo, and keep them on their toes. Keeping them on their toes is exactly what they're doing. Not giving Froyo an easy time at all, as now they're looking to make some space here, busting in through 4 with the Uber. They're not able to find the sentry fast enough, though. Not a great start to the Uber, as now Froyo's team pretty much all healthy, all ready to jump right on out. They already find a pick on Balls team. They do find yet another pick. Both soldiers down for Balls team, as it's looking like a complete cleanup, a successful hold on the side of froyotech for their last. Wow. Yeah.
Zilly dying there. Definitely a preventable death for Zilly. All they had to do, I think, there was just kind of walk away. They were caught in one. No one they could grab. They just had to leave. But unfortunately for Zilly, they stayed in and they paid the price for it. They got a little too cocky, a little too aggressive, and they ate a bunch of spam, and I think got pistoled down at the end of it. And that's just kind of why you don't really mess around, I suppose.
You gotta cut your losses at some point.
Yeah, you gotta know when to back out.
Yeah, not backing out fast enough. And look how fast it's turned around with now Froyo pushing onto Balls team second with... great force coming out from Dingo, getting skyboxed. But, that force is going to be huge for Balls team in being able to hold this last point a lot easier. Actually, maybe find a way to aggress themselves with some good Uber advantage. But Quack's going in for a quick bomb onto Zilly. He's going to be able to find it, just jumping in through 5 and then jumping from net straight onto Zilly, completely destroying any type of advantage Balls team might have had. But
what a pipe from Logan,
my goodness. Holy. And finding so many cleanup kills on the side of Balls.
It lots of trades coming in. For one pick on the med there.
That is, just the difference in how much Balls team spent to get their med versus how much Froyo spent to get the med. Huge difference in that. But not only that fact, but now Froyo still holding last here. Not a great look for Balls team, as now they have to recoup here. Find their footing with even Ubers and even rounds as well. They don't want to lose this this tie they got going on. So we're going to see what these teams are going to have in store for whether or not what Froyo is going to be doing. Looks like both teams just getting reset, building up their Ubers before they want to try anything crazy. But once again, like we said, this has been very back and forth. both teams showing like, hey, we're ready to take these rounds.
Yeah.
Putting each other on last, keeping each other on our toes. It's been very, very exciting to see.
All of these maps, I think, are going to be low-scoring games just because there's so much shift in the momentum. There's so much back and forth. There's constantly things changing left and right. Someone is getting in from somewhere that someone didn't clear, but then immediately after, there's somehow a trade because these guys just know what to do, when to do it. It's like, you know, it's involuntary, really. It's just instinct that they kind of just do it. It's that muscle memory. They do it. It's that sixth sense where they just kind of throw themselves in to make a play, and it works out more often than not. You know, however you want to interpret that is up to you. Whether you want to say, you know, invite washed or ooh, these guys are great, you know, but it's up to interpretation there. But personally, I'm leaning more towards the idea that it's because these players are so skilled. It's because these guys have been playing for so long that they just have that routine in them. They know what to do. Logan will go down here finally after a little while of nothing happening. And now Banny dying as well. Slemish finding that pick. They know with the sniper that the Froyo hold is especially vulnerable. Arrow shot attempt comes out. Not quite able to find Patty here while he's up on the sniper, but potentially going to live. No, actually will get taken down by Artist Sickies as he leaves through the choke.
They're looking
now
for help.
It will be Dingo jumping in. They find the force after so long. I mean,
it was a good start getting those picks with the I was like, ooh, I'm sure Ball's team was definitely like, where's the med? Where's the med? Because pushing out.
Jake gets two there with the Frontier Justice.
Oh wow.
Oh, and Quax dies to Slim. 60 seconds left in the round. We could be seeing a stalemate here as Jay with the glow stick there again got two on the mid. Could be a kill on Artist. Will be a trade. Slemnish does trade out. Zilly's alive on the point. We will not be seeing a round reset. We will actually be seeing Ball's team push out onto their own second. Manage to recapture it. Potentially finding a kill.
Oh, finding Logan maybe.
Here.
Oh, that was close.
Up at the skin of his teeth, he surfs out of the choke.
Yeah, that would have been very, very bad for Froyo not being able to hold that. Oh, we have a sniper. Oh no, yes we do actually on the side of Froyo. Maybe looking for a sneaky play here, sneaky med pick as full Uber advantage once again for the side of Ball's team as they're looking to take this momentum into second, trying to continue to build that space, bring it back to Froyo's last, hopefully without having to use Uber here. We do have a soldier on the side of Ball's team hiding just in case things go awry as Ball's team makes their way out onto second, finding that space. A lot of damage coming in. But, oh my goodness, Artist almost getting caught out, and unfortunately, the force does come out as well from the side of Ball's team as Froyo trying to find their footing once again, but they're going to have to walk out quickly here as with Uber advantage, they're going to be able to take it back.
Uber. Oh, and Quax dies during the Uber. He isn't able to get flashed in time. Oh, this is not looking good for Froyo at all.
Not
it will,
at all.
At the very least for them, it will be a 4v4 hold. They can hold on to it, and I think Zilly realizes this, so they're not going to be pushing into last. Froyo's actually going to be pressuring out of their last. Seems a little bit too aggressive, but I can understand why you would do it. Maybe you can have lucky pipe, two pipe Zilly or get the force or something. But well, you can't really get the force. It has to be a two pipe. But
yeah,
I can understand why they would do it. They get Brand Slam there, which who was up on Sniper. So that's going to be a pretty good pick for the side of Ball's team to have. Sentry going down to Dingo. They do Uber very, very early on. Banny is spotted right side, is going to be eating a lot of damage. That overheal going to be slowly chipped away, and they're just not able to walk out of the spawn. So Ball's team whittling down those players very early on and just preventing the heavy from walking forward is going to net them their second round. And much like Snakewater, we have a 1-round lead as we are going to be going into this fourth round between Froyo and Ball's team, who now control the lead with a 1-point advantage.
Yep, once again, very similar situation they're finding themselves in compared to the Snakewater game, as they're definitely going to be once again looking to hold this lead at least till the timer runs out, and then maybe they can just find one more round to close out their first game. But it is all going to come down to how well they continue to play here, as both teams looking for that space, trying to find something. Bomb coming in, not going to be enough. They do find Brand Slam as a trade, but Soldier is going to go down on the side of Balls team. Two more. Oh, no, an absolute wipe from Froyo as everyone just drops like flies. And but no, Quacks at the very end just deleting Zilly. Say, oh, no, you are not getting this mid win without losing your med. So Balls team finding that mid, but unfortunately not finding that Uber advantage to go with it. So they are going to have to slow down their momentum a bit. But I mean, still a good start for Balls team, and still showing that they're willing to try to hold this. But now Froyo walking back out here with a bit of Uber advantage, recognizing that they do lose Patty in the process, but they find a scout to trade for it. Oh, a lot of aggression coming through Froyo on IT, and they find yet another pick. But they're going to use that to just slow down and oh no, never mind. They're looking to maybe take this as a dry fight, as both teams do not have Uber yet, waiting to get it, but it is an even situation. Yeah, Froyo looking to jump out here. Quacks finding some space. Bombs coming in from the side of Balls team. Dingle does go down, unfortunately, as Balls team is still looking to make that space. A lot of height control on the side of Froyo, and they find yet another Soldier pick. And now this is going to be, but they lose Logan too. This is going to be kind of scary for Froyo. It's still kind of an even situation. Both teams recognizing that and playing slowly for space. Patty trying to contest that height, but going to get completely denied. Bomb coming in from Quacks, trying to find a pick here.
Quacks is getting a lot of damage and a lot of
value. He is, and he's not.
Here.
He does find a lot of space for Froyo, but yeah, not going to find a pick, and it's not going to allow Froyo to capitalize on that opening. They're actually going to end up leaving through IT, cutting their losses, and try to hold second here as the Ubers even out. Just trying to play for a sack situation, a little bit less risky for them. Patty finding a great pick on the scout in IT, and as Balls team tries to maybe make some pressure for a sack, they're going to have to immediately put that on hold, as Froyo is going to push off of this player advantage, find a sack of their own, going in for the bomb. Quack's not able to find it, unfortunately. And now with Froyo getting a demo pick as well, it's going to be a pretty good advantage for them. And Force coming in. This is interesting. Whoa. Balls team trying to go for the market garden. Froyo, man, not going to find it, unfortunately. And with a better Uber from Froyo, they're just going to be looking to clean up here. Oh, wait. Balls team trying to catch Froyo by surprise, maybe in the shutter area. Trying to maybe get a wrap play on them. Not able to find it. Once again, just lots of back and forth, but some player advantage on the side of Froyo. Both teams just kind of making and giving up what little space they have here between mid and second. But once again, Froyo jumping out. Double bomb coming in from the side of Froyo. Trying to find that pick onto a demo. Oh, they do find Zilly. That's going to be huge for Froyo, as now Balls team with no heals. They're going to try to find that med in return, and they are not going to be able to find... Oh. High five.
Yeah, I don't think...
Wait, high five, wait!
High five, wait!
Oh my goodness, he's just in behind, and he absolutely matrixes around Logan's pipes, stands right in front of him, kills Hubba right in front of him, and goes, Logan, stop trying. And now, with a big Uber advantage from Balls team, this is not looking too good for Froyo.
Oh dear.
I mean, and no Logan still. That's a very late death for Logan as well, so that's no traps for Balls team to worry about if they want to take this advantage.
Yeah,
looks like they're actually slowing down.
Yeah, Balls team is looking to just relax for at least a little bit. They need to wait for high five here, I think, is their big thing. They've realized that, they're a great team. They probably could win this 5v6 here if they went for it, just given the fact that they have that Uber advantage if they were to wait for their Uber. But I think waiting for... waiting for high five is probably the better play there, so they just have more players in the post. Artist actually going to be dying here as he bombs a little too deep, gets caught in the rollout doorway. And that's a pretty nothing burger Uber for the side of Balls team. Froyotech now has the opportunity to throw their own Uber back out. And now they have Dingo going down to the hands of Brand Slam, who probably tried to go in for some kind of sack. It's going to be high five going in as well. We'll get taken down by Brand Slam again. Slumnish going to be able to... Slumnish going to be dying, actually, to Logan here. And now it's on Balls team to just get out of dodge. They have got to go.
Froyo
try and stop these chokes as best as they can. Quacks gets through. Will find Jay. Jay does find Jay. Actually, it's going to be Banny finding Jay.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Quack's going to find a nice air shot on the Dingo there. And Balls team really has to put their foot on the, I would say gas, but
no, they need the brake pedal now. This is big advantage for Froyo and pushing all the way through mid here out of their last with Uber advantage without Balls team getting a force from them is looking very, very good. It looks like they might go for maybe some type of exchange play here instead of just a sack. As they're pushing through 5 here, looking to make all that space, immediately finds the sentry. Oh my goodness, beautiful air shot from Quacks once again onto Dingo. They do find a couple picks early, and that's going to be a good advantage for Froyo to capitalize off of. Uber comes out from the side of Balls team to try and save it, but they are still losing players. Logan does go down, which is going to be huge for Balls team and being able to hold this, as now they're able to clean up the rest of these players and do not have any traps to worry about as they walk out, and that is going to be a successful hold from them. But I'm realizing Froyo not using the Uber in that situation, pretty much taking it as a dry push. High Five trying to find that last minute force, but overextending a bit too much, and now finding himself at the respawn menu.
Slumnish dies as well.
Another pick.
Froyo does Uber very, very early though.
Yeah, so this might not be the last push that they might have wanted to use with this Uber. Yeah, definitely not. Very much, like you said, nothing burger Uber for Froyo, but you know, holding Balls team last, very, very good position for them. They do have to be prepared for Balls team to push back out here, though, as they do have the Uber advantage. They do have a heavy, though, so it looks like they might be committed to just trying to hold this until things even out. Yeah, both teams just
they need to
slow.
try and make something happen on the side of Balls. Well, actually, you know, really they don't have to. They could kind of just hold. They really don't need to do anything too crazy. I do want to point out, Artist has traps on this little vent up here. I don't know if this is able to kill anyone. I would imagine it is, but also it seems too high up. But it hasn't been spotted yet, so you know, if it ends up working, it ends up working. But regardless, Balls team doesn't really have to do anything here. They can just wait the Froyo push out, and it looks like Froyo is actually getting ready to maybe rip something through one as their beam is right there with a scout in the demo. Banny's probably going to get down here by Artist. It's Nuclear. It's High Five, and Artist come in from the top rope. They're able to get 3, finding Grand Slam, finding, I believe that was Logan and Banny as well. I mean, it's just brutal over there, and that's going to be a very, very important fight for Balls team to have won, especially in getting that Uber out from Hubada. Now this gives Balls team the opportunity to really shift the momentum in their favor. Yeah, once again, I mean, Froyo lingering a little bit too long in one, and Balls team absolutely capitalizing on that and able to completely turn it around. And now with the Uber coming from them, going to try to take mid here. They do find a couple picks against Froyo, but that Uber is not really going to be enough to continue their momentum forwards into second, as now they kind of have to park the bus and slowly inch up here, anticipating Froyo's Uber push. Oh, but the double bomb coming in from Balls team, trying to find some type of play to maintain their advantage. They do once again find another pick, but it is going to be a trade, and you know, finding second is a lot of space that they have made, but once again, Froyo with the Uber advantage is going to be looking to re-aggress here, as Balls team looking for once again a bomb coming in from the side of High Five. Not going to be enough. Bomb coming in from Dingo. They are going to find the force, though. That is going to be huge for Balls team, as they're going to be able to, as long as they keep Zilly alive, they're going to be able to maintain this advantage that they have. But oh no, Zilly just eating a pipe and then getting deleted by Grand Slam. It's just it all falls apart for Balls team, as now Froyo pretty much cleanup crew with Dingo the only one left on respawn. There goes Balls team's advantage that they very much desperately needed. I mean, with only a minute and a half left on the clock, if they were able to hold that, momentum, then that could have spelled the map for them if they played it right. But now Froyo looking to push out onto mid here with a bit of Uber advantage. Dingo trying to oh my goodness, beautiful air shot from Dingo, finding that scout.
unfortunately going down as a trade, but now with Froyo losing tons of players, big player advantage from the side of Ball's team. Looks like they're trying to, oh no, never mind. It's so much back and forth, and now Ball's team is the only ones left. Artist going down, and just Zilly left as the med. Froyo once again taking the mid, almost looking like Ball's team was going to push them out into second there, but Froyo DM turning it around and finding those picks. It all happens so fast. Before you know it,
it was so quick. I mean, everything just changed in an instant. I mean, Froyo just kind of exploded out and just wiped Ball's team there. And now they're sitting on that full Uber ad. If this was the end of the game push, Froyo would be, the victors of Process. We would see a 2-map victory so far, and we would possibly see a 3rd map dub with all that momentum. But they're going to be ripping that Uber through 5. You're going to take the sentry down early, and now it's going to be pretty much a dry fight on last. Good amount of cap time. Players will be dying a lot for the side of froyotech, but the cap is right there. If they can slot someone in, it looks like they have Brand Slam in heaven. Doesn't wait for the mat cap, though, and will die for it. They didn't want to wait, and it looks like Ball's team has an opportunity to at least get themselves on second. Wait a minute, Hubba, what are you doing up here?
Hubba Metal Gear Soliding his way out of last somehow, hiding behind the pillar, and then just walking straight out through 5. I don't know, literally sitting right behind Ball's team's own med and able to walk out through IT, maintain at least some tiny bit of not complete Uber disadvantage, but I'm completely baffled that he was able to just walk out right under Ball's team's noses. So that's going to be a bit of a fail safe for them, as Ball's team's looking to come in immediately with some momentum, finding Quacks, but Froyo playing it patiently, playing it safe in IT, waiting to bust out with their own Uber. Ball's team not finding too much with that push out. And now, oh wait, no, we have a back cap from Patty and Brand Slam, tons of cap time, and now Ball's team has to send their players back to prevent it. And now that's going to be a huge turnaround for Froyo. Is, oh my goodness, Artist almost going down to Brand Slam as a last-ditch effort. That's going to, Uber coming in from Froyo now and going to be completely cleaning up Ball's team as that back cap play. Oh no, so much damage. Zilly just barely able to get out, not able to get out. Froyo finding the med pick and pretty much just finding any pick that they can to clean this up.
He was just cleaning house, though. I mean, picking up Banny and Quacks there, just trying to net as many picks as possible for Ball's team, make their safety net as big as possible, make sure they maintain control of second as well, I think is what they're going for here. We're probably going to see Brand Slam. Actually, I thought we were going to see Brand Slam die, but he didn't get juggled up like I had imagined he would, so Brand Slam will live here. Ball's team does still have the opportunity to actually make this map theirs. Again, this is their map pick. froyotech picked Snakewater, the previous map we just watched, so if Ball's team was able to win a map ever, it should be their own pick. They are going to be able to find Banny, who was up on the sniper, isn't quite going to be able to find anything. High Five will trade out for him, though. Dingo dying as well, so no soldiers alive for the side of Ball's team. That's going to be pretty important to note. That's also just player ad for froyotech as well, so they're wanting to push in off of this. They have, I believe this is Patty over by Sewer, who eats a lock pipe. They do have Brand Slam fighting the height and succeeding very well up there. Looks like Quack's going to be sent up into the stratosphere, not quite able to get as deep as I think he wanted to. Zilly's at 95% here. Keep this in mind. We could be seeing a very quick rip with Uber into Froyo space and maybe see Hubba die here, especially with one of their scouts dead. Now Patty, now Quacks, now Logan. It's just Hubba alive on the point with Banny there to get him out, but it's not going to be enough as he's just collapsed on entirely by Ball's team here. And that, I believe, is a 98% drop for Hubba. We've already got Artist going in towards last to trap off the spawns, make sure froyotech can't get any players out so they can get the cap time, and that, ladies and gentlemen, I think is going to be process one by the Balls team, making the series score 1-1 in this best of 5. So we will be seeing a 4th map bare minimum in this series. But the real question is, will froyotech be able to turn things around for their next matchup, and will they be able to roll? Will they be able to maybe have their own 3-1, 3-2 victory of their own, similar to what we saw on Snakewater? Time will tell.
Yes, it will. And I mean, once again, such a back and forth match. So many moments we're like, is this gonna be in Froyo's favor? This looks like it's gonna be in Froyo. Oh no, never mind. It's all for Ball's team now. And I mean, similar situations, vice versa, where we weren't really sure how the match was gonna go, or we thought the match was gonna go. Things turned around so quickly, and once again, them tying it up for the first 10-15 minutes. Ball's team finding themselves in another 2-1 situation, and finding themselves on last many times. I imagine we're gonna keep seeing a lot of this back and forth as both teams are really looking to take this win here. I mean, I'm excited. This is a lot of back and forth. Like I really, like you said, like I really can't tell who's gonna come out on top here.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very hard to make a guess on who is going to be, coming out on top. It's very much a it's anyone's game, really, just with how evenly matched these teams are. I really do think that this is going to be a very, very close series, no matter what map we're playing on, because these are maps that everybody knows. I mean, it's again, this is the Fizzgun Fireside Denver map pool, and just before we delve too deep into anything else, I do want to remind everybody that the next map we are going to be looking at is Metalworks, then Bagel, then Sunshine, if a fifth map is necessary. At bare minimum, we will be seeing Metal and Bagel. That's not up for debate, but Sunshine being tossed into the mix, may be up in the air. But given that was our first two games, I do believe we're going to be throwing it over to a at least short momentary break. But just before we do that, quick reminder, you can type !merch in chat, I believe is the command. Twitch subs get 15% off any order they place. So if that's something that seems interesting to you, then I recommend you check that out. But we're going to be back about 5-10 minutes, just a short break so you can get some water, maybe get some snacks. I recommend you do the same. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Metalworks between froyotech and Ball's team.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Horse Run Monthly 7th installment. We are going to get straight into it here as both teams have gotten started on Metalworks here, the third map in the series, with froyotech taking the first map on Snakewater and Ball's team taking the second map on Process. And it looks like it's going to be the tiebreaker here. Wow, Zilly immediately dying on the mid. Ooh, and a high bomb coming in from High Five. Not going to be enough, as now Froyo is going to back up here, cut their losses, hold on to that Uber advantage, and does lose mid due to player advantage, but with Uber advantage, they're going to be able to push right on back out.
Yeah, they're just looks like they're already making that space. They do not care. They do not care that they have to play a little bit further back. They know that they can just kind of waddle their way in. They don't really have to worry about these sticks getting debt either. They can just kind of ignore them. They do end up eventually getting debt, but Hubbard is sitting here with 100% Uber on mid. They're just looking to take some space. They can push pretty slowly, honestly. They can go as slow as they really want to. Zilly isn't really building, just buffing up their players and getting ready to leave more so than anything else. Big bomb coming in from Quacks here, looking to make some space. Uber actually does come out from froyotech for some reason, maybe not wanting to hold on to it, assuming that Zilly had been building. Maybe they thought it was less ad than they thought it was. We do have them actually able to make a lot of space on last, though. Zilly still has not gained Uber, but with froyotech down, both Patty and Quacks are going to have to give, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, and that will end the push for froyotech and will commence the push for Ball's team as they look to take their space back on 2.
Yep, Ball's team trying to find that space on second, pushing out of that doorway, but Froyo not making it easy for them. Dingo going down, overextending a little bit, but they do find a pick, or they find a trade in Banny. Double bomb coming in from the side of Froyo, though, trying to find the leading artist and finding that force onto Ball's team. Going to be a beautiful double
dropping
bomb.
The triple question mark in the chat too. Oh no.
Oh no, they're like, why are you still in? And now cleanup crew from Froyo. Oh, what are you doing? Because now we're walking on to last with full Uber ad, and looks like this is going to be, as long as Froyo keeps things together, they're going to try to take this round here. Early start. Unfortunately, Patty going down there, overextending a little bit and getting picked off. Gonna slow down Froyo a little bit there, but again, with Uber advantage, they might try to just take this anyways. We do have a sniper on the side of Ball's team, maybe looking for some type of last-ditch effort play. Sentry as well. They're setting up for this full last hold. Uber coming in from the side of Froyo, finding some early cap time and finding that sentry pretty quickly here. They are going to find two players on the... Oh, wow. Absolutely rolled. Ball's team not able to find their footing on that last hold as Froyo just walks straight on in and capitalizes on that passiveness to take the round immediately. Once again, another quick round from Froyo. We saw this on process, so now it's up to Froyo to hold on to that momentum here and see if they can be on top in this tiebreaker. This is gonna be the tiebreaker for this series here. Both teams on one map.
Yeah, because both teams, again, like you said, on one map right now. Logan does die early. Slumnish going to be able to get that pick. It's going to be Zilly getting bombed by both soldiers here. Patty and Brandslam and Quacks will die, so it's a 4-for-1 trade here. Not necessarily worth it, but I think in this context, since Hubba is able to get out, they have Banny with them to just leave quickly. They're going to be able to. They saw success with this in the first round, so I guess they're trying to run it again. Losing Logan very early on also kind of forces their hand here as well. There isn't a whole lot they can do given that they've lost Logan on that. So really all they can do is rip that soldier bomb. Maybe they were going to play off of their demo's damage and try and nuke off of that, but that's not in the cards right now. Or at least wasn't in the cards for that mid. And they were forced into going for something, which, I mean, did work out for him. Logan
goes down again
here.
Oh, to a trap from Art. Oh, wow. Okay, this is going to be, once again, another big opening for Ball's team. Uber advantage for Froyo, so they do have some type of footing, but they are not looking to lose this over losing Logan. They're actually going to re-aggress here and find Artist in this Uber. It's going to be a very good push from Froyo, potentially, as they're looking to get more picks. A lot of damage coming out, but they're not going to find anything else, and unfortunately lose two in the process as well. So not a great push from Froyo, as now Ball's team. Patty going down as well, overextending a little bit.
Big bomb from Dingo.
Trying to, Logan going down again.
He's not
Froyo
done.
getting
Dingo
absolutely
wants
cleaned
more.
up. Dingo finding those frags, and it's going to be huge for Ball's team as they get to walk up to last for free with player advantage and huge Uber advantage. Use coming out, finding Banny early, the early pick coming in. Froyo trying to kite the Uber, but a lot of cap time coming in from Ball's team, and
high five.
Getting a lot of damage though. Good cleanup, finding Patty as well. Froyo just barely.
Froyo only has two alive. Logan could maybe get some stickies up on the point, but Hubba is getting pinched by, I believe this is Jay. Will actually die to Banny. This could be a potential hold from Froyo, as they do have Brandslam and Banny as their pretty much only ones left to hold right about now. And it does look like Ball's team will have to give it up. They do find Banny at the very least, but with Dingo dying there as well, that's a pretty unfortunate trade. It does look like Ball's team, though, will just be looking to build out their Uber. We're going to be seeing a stalemate on Metalworks last. I mean, are we really surprised given how often we've seen stalemates between these teams with all the momentum shifts?
Yeah, so much back and forth. Both these teams not going down without a fight. Continuing to see that here as Ball's team trying to find some space on the last here. It looks like, I mean, with that last push, it seemed like Zilly maybe died early. Ball's team didn't have really any heals to go around to hold the space, and Froyo was able to walk back out. But again, Froyo as well not able to push out without losing picks. So they had to cancel their push and kind of reset the situation. And now as both Ubers get to 100%, it is an even situation. And Ball's team is immediately going to go in for a sack here, looking for that sentry. Maybe looking to get that sentry to go for another sack, but no, Quacks is coming in immediately with the response bomb, finding high five for a good trade to give Froyo some player advantage, and maybe push up here. They do have a sniper, so they may be looking to push that sniper up for a pick. But a bomb coming in from Dingo. Almost finds Logan there, some good damage on him. And oh, but Grand Slam also finding a pick. That's going to be 2 down for Balls team and gonna Balls team going, what the F? How did I get sniped? Wondering about that. How can you see me?
How can you see
It's going to be
me?
a big advantage for, or a big thing for Froyo. Unfortunately, losing 2 as they try to push out. Again, very much just an even stalemate situation. Both teams trying to find small openings to break that even hold, maybe find a valuable pick or a med force here. Once again, High Five going in for a bomb, not going to be able to find anything. And now it's up to Froyo to respond with a sack of their own, which we will see shortly. Most likely from Quacks. Just feeling things out. And now, of course, Balls team definitely looking out for that sniper. You're like, I don't even know where you are. But Grand Slam trying to find a cheeky pick through Shutter. Not gonna find it. Almost gets spammed out. And Balls team actually, or Froyo, opting to play this with their 1 round lead. Play this a lot slower. Ooh, beautiful headshot onto Artist there to find the demo pick. And now with no sticky traps for Froyo to worry about, this might be the opportunity they need to gain some space. But Balls team is looking to respond with maybe a surprise push through the right side here, looking for a big Uber exchange here, knowing that they have 2 off classes on the side of Froyo, looking to get that sentry, taking a long time to get that sentry down. Unfortunately, that's going to give Froyo a ton of time to have a much better Uber, and they are, as they look to push back out here. High bomb coming in from Dingo, maybe with a double bomb, not able to really find anything with that. Oh no, they do actually 3 picks down. For Balls team as they're making a ton of space, collapsing on the Froyo and cleaning it up. Second round going to Balls team once again. So much back and forth. You know, Balls team not taking that disadvantage to heart and actually surprising Froyo with that exchange worked out in their favor, and they're able to take the second round there. Once again, keeping Froyo on their feet with 20 minutes left on this clock. We might have another low-scoring game here, another overtime situation where it might just take 1 round from either team to really take it. But yeah, we're going to see that. Oh, speed shot coming in from High Five, trying to find a quick kill on the Logan. They do find it. Dingo does clean up that kill. That is going to be a valuable pick for Balls team if they're able to slow things down and hold. But a ton of space for Froyo as they immediately re-aggress and pretty much take all of that space on mid and push Balls team out into Valley. Balls team still trying to find their footing here. A good pipe from Artist as he walked back out, gets that scout off height. Unfortunately, they do lose a scout in return. Patty trying to find something behind, does go down. So once again, even players. A high bomb coming in from Quacks, trying to find something here, but goes for Artist, is not able to find anything. And now with a ton of players low on the side of Froyo, this is looking like it's going to be, it's going to be a win on the mid for Balls team, and finding that Uber force as well. Going to be huge for them as they push on to second here.
Yeah, finding that Uber force is going to be very good for Balls team. Again, they're sitting on full Uber ad here, so anything really is in their favor. Everything really is in their favor, I should say. And they're looking to just kind of rip it quick. They know Grand Slam is up on that sniper. They spot him through the window. Artist is going to be able to take him down. I believe he had a trap set up on that doorway, anticipating some kind of pick class peeking out there. And this will make it so Balls team has a significantly easier time pushing him to last. They only have to push with 5 players defending. Grand Slam actually will spawn up, though, I think, in time to mount up a defense. Gun was under the bridge, will go down here. Patty is caught in Banana, could potentially die, but no one's looking for him. Is it going to be moving towards back end? It's going to be a big wipe for froyotech as Grand Slam is the only one standing. Everybody died so quick, there was hardly an opportunity to commentate it because they all died from, I believe, a double bomb between these soldiers on Balls team. They all died on the right side of the point, looking at it from Froyo's spawn. And there just wasn't a whole lot they could do to anticipate that.
Yeah, that was a very quick round for Balls team. And I mean, that's exactly what they're looking for, trying to push into last with a full Uber ad. That's exactly what they want. So they're definitely looking to repeat that situation once again as both teams come out onto mid here. Looks like Balls team finding some early aggression. Quacks coming in with an immediate high bomb, going into lobby, trying to find Artist, not going to be able to find it. But they do find 2 picks against Balls team here as they completely push them out, get tons of damage, and are able to take the mid. pretty decisively there with some good aggression from Froyo, as now they walk onto second. Both teams with full, or not both teams with full Uber, but both teams about to get full Uber as the situation evens up. Artist going down, going to be a huge pick for Froyo, as with no, and Zilly going down, complete wipe, complete cleanup. This is looking like a very decisive round for Froyo, as not only do they have Uber advantage, they are already prepared to push to Balls team's last, as a ton of them are waiting on respawn with lots of cap time on second, and all of Froyo Ubered right in front of Balls team spawn. This is looking like a very quick round for Froyo, as long as they can lock it down. Yep, Benny getting cap time, and that's going to be another round for Froyo, evening it up again. Balls team getting around, and Froyo immediately getting around in response. Keeping it even, keeping it back and forth. They're saying, no. We're trying to win this.
Yeah, froyotech. froyotech really wants to secure their place with that first place dub, because I don't think there's been a monthly that they've played in where they haven't earned first, if I'm not mistaken.
They're on a bit of a streak here. Okay.
Yeah, they're on a little bit of a winning streak. I mean, even if there was, I think it was a while back. So they have a long streak to maintain here, where they can keep up their winning momentum, I guess. But with Logan and Patty dying very early on in this mid, it means they're down 2 projectiles. Now Quack's going down as well. It looks like this is a Balls team win, as froyotech looks to back out. Hubba caught behind. Will be living with 1 HP. High Five not quite able to get enough damage to take down Hubba. Like I said earlier, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and this is not that. Hubba lives with 1 HP there again. Like, I mean, that's just can't be having that happen.
I know, yeah, that's so unfortunate for Balls team, as that pick alone could have secured them an easy second push at the very least, and a good chance at taking another round for themselves. Unfortunately, now they do have to play this as an even situation, maybe looking for a sack here, but as they look to push on to second here, both teams have Uber and are once again just back in a bit of a stalemate situation. Both teams going to be looking for some type of small opening. High bomb coming in from Dingo, looking for that sack. He is going to fade. Most likely a bit of a distraction play, but double palm coming in response, finding Artist immediately. Froyo getting a few decisive picks to catch Balls team off guard immediately with that counter sack. High Five trying to go in to get a bomb for themselves, but not going to be able to find anything. And with 3 down on the side of Balls team, this is looking like a 1 fight for Froyo, as they get pushed back out onto their mid. And Froyo is looking to continue to take this player advantage into as much space as they can. They do find the force onto Zilly there with some good pressure from the scouts. And now as Balls team is forced to pretty much walk back with their Uber, Froyo looking to absolutely clean up with the Uber of their own, a much better one. They do find 2 picks, finding Artist yet again. Going to be a pretty essential pick, finding pretty much everyone with only 1 soldier left on the side of Balls team. That is looking like pretty much a complete fight on the side of Froyo. Dingo looking to go behind, maybe look for some type of back cap play, or just gonna try to play. Oh no, he's gonna get sandwiched out of scouts.
Mid, at least for now. Oh
wow!
Post-mortem rocket finds Brand Slam. Doesn't stop the mid cap, but does. Well, I mean, he does for at least a little bit, but gives his team a little bit of time to regroup.
How Logan
actually goes down to Jay. I don't know how you manage that. He knows about the soldier on the crate, baits the shot out, looks for another. His team comes out through. Jay is able to back spawn, come up on scout here. Balls team is able to maintain control a second, at least for the time being, but froyotech is looking to come back in with Logan with that full Uber ad, potentially going to rip it and get as many kills as possible. I think if you're Froyo here, you're just looking to take as much space as possible without having to use, but they may end up doing it anyway. High Five comes in, gets a lot of good damage, and will get the force out from the side of Froyotech. They have to Uber to save their players, and it's over as soon as it started. That Uber will be pretty crucial for Froyo to have on this last here coming into it, but they won't have it. It's going to be Balls team Zilly going to be able to use and defend their last to an exceptional degree there, finding Danny and all those other players that were just trying to bot for the point, really. I mean, Froyotech, I assume, just wanted to try and get themselves on the point as much as possible and get as much cap time pressure as hard as they possibly could, but wasn't successful in doing so. And that will be Balls team able to hold on to last, and now onto their own second. But froyotech with 95% Uber, slowly creeping up to 100, looking to potentially rip something through. But hold on a minute. High bomb from High Five is able to take Hubba down to about 30, but will find the health back. Dingo going to crater in their own shutter. 2 players down, no soldiers alive for the side of Balls team. They're going to give second without so much as of a thought as to defending it, and froyotech will be walking into lobby, ready to rip it in quick with that Uber onto last to potentially get themselves in the lead. 3-2 game before bandy time kicks in, so we'll see a score that we haven't seen yet in these final moments. Patty going to be going in, will get taken down. Quack's dying as well, but not before getting Slemnish. Uber comes out from the side of Zilly, but that's what they were going for. They were going for that sack. They knew the Ubers were going to be even, and they wanted to just try and get this to be as easy of a round as possible for Froyo.
Yeah, that force coming in from Froyo going to be a pretty much all they need here. The most they need that, or the most that they want to get, like you said, an easy push into last year with full Uber advantage. This is looking like Froyo's round to take as long as they keep everything solid. Of course, as we've seen already, Balls team not going down without a fight, having some amazing holds these past few rounds that we've witnessed. So it's going to be interesting to see how they will try to hold here. Logan going in here, immediately finding the sentry. That is going to be very good for them. And Froyo, Vanny finding tons of cap time. That's going to be huge for them, as now, once again, they play aggressive on the point, and Balls team not really finding that aggressiveness themselves, kiting a little bit too much and letting Froyo take that 5th round, take it into the lead here. That was looking like pretty decisive for Froyo there. Once they got that force, they recognized the even situation very quickly, immediately got that force, and then they were able to walk back in with that Uber advantage, clinch the round out. And I mean, that's exactly what you want for that type of push. So now as we go on to the next mid here, once again, both teams going to try to find some type of space here. A lot of damage already on Hubba there to take a lot of spam. Going to force them to play a little bit less risky here. Balls team recognizing that and playing a little bit more aggressive. They do find Logan and Quacks pretty early on, finding immediately 5 picks against Froyo. Pretty much a complete wipe, and that is going to be a decisive mid for Balls team as they walk right on to second with a full Uber advantage. Once again, so much back and forth. Froyo showing, okay, we take a round. Balls team, we're taking a round in response. You know, it's very much that's been the theme of this Metalworks game. Decisive rounds, but both teams showing that they're capable of being the winner in these decisive rounds.
Yeah, froyotech has definitely been showing that, you know, they know how to take something in and make a million miles with it, even if they're starting with maybe like a centimeter. They know how to take it and turn it into pretty much just rolling themselves into the enemy team's last. Does look like Zilly going to be Ubering in through Banana here. We'll get stuffed for about the first half of it, but it isn't going to pan out too well for them. They do lose Slemnish, they lose Jay, they lose High Five, now they lose Artist. It's a pinch from Froyo as they manage to find Zilly and Dingo now too. It's a wipe for Balls team, and froyotech manages to hold on to their last 80-90 Uber now, going into mid with full Uber ad, just waiting, slowly pushing in. It's going to be Slemnish probably dying here in the house. High Five, yeah, tries to go in for something, but isn't going to be able to. Manning going to be able to pick him off. Jay going to be dying here as well. So will Slemnish. And it's another 3 players dead for the side of Balls team, as now it's just Artist all on his lonesome. Well, not so much on his lonesome anymore, but only 3 players up by Shutter to hold last. Zilly has to play very far back. They can't even, you know, consider holding this. They just got to go all the way out to their own last. I think maybe possibly Balls team will be able to set up some kind of hold, but actually maybe not. Froyo's going to rip this in early. They're not even going to wait for a second to get capped. NG is going to swap off early. Gun doesn't even have to get destroyed. High Five going to be up in the air. Both soldiers going for an air shot. Will be under the bridge. Heavy behind the point here. 100 HP, 50 HP. Gets arrowed. Saved at the last moment, but does die. Not before getting one. But froyotech is able to wipe out Balls team yet again. And will find themselves the 4th round going in to that 6th round. I mean, that is just brutal. Absolute dominant showing from froyotech there. As soon as they were able to hold off that last push, they just turned it around. They were on the gas the entire round.
They definitely were, and it looks like Froyo might be finding their momentum here as taking 2 rounds pretty quickly there and bringing the lead up 4-2 for them. Now they only need one more. Froyo needs only one more round to take this map, time limit or not, as they look to walk onto mid here a little bit slower than Balls Team. Balls Team finding a ton of space, but Froyo immediately losing Logan. Zilly going a little bit too far forward, but they are going to barely be able to squeak out of that situation. And Balls Team is going to be looking to push Froyo out of this mid, finding a ton of picks, including pretty much everyone but Banny in the med. They are going to be able to pretty much push Froyo all the way out into last and find that mid victory as well as second. Unfortunately, not finding Hubada, so the Ubers will be even on this last push. So it won't be as easy for Balls Team to maybe go for some type of Banny. Banny on Sniper finding that scout pick. Pretty decisive for Froyo in being able to re-aggress here. Looks like, yep, they're walking Banny up here, trying to find another pick, but Balls Team is just going to cut their losses here and try to hold second as Froyo continues to pressure. They do find Patty there. Lots of damage coming out. They do find the force onto Froyo. That's going to be huge for Balls Team as long as they're able to successfully kite this, avoid any type of sack play from Froyo themselves or any type of cheeky sniper play as they try to walk in here. This is going to be a huge opportunity for Balls Team to take another round and try to come back from this lead. But we're just going to have to see here as Froyo is more than well prepared to try to hold this last. They have the NG up. They have their positions ready. And now it's all up to Balls Team to take this Uber in, taking it into the main area, taking it slowly. Just barely popped a good pipe from Logan.
High five heavy.
Wait, heavy into last.
Post heavy Uber I have never seen on Metalworks before, but it's happening today from Balls Team as they waddle forward. Pudis under the bridge trying to take out Brandslam, able to find Banny. NG goes down, looking to find Hubada. They find Brandslam. He's finding Hubada too. Froyotech wipes to the post-Uber Metalworks heavy, and somehow Balls Team takes a third round with 5 minutes 25 left on the clock until Banny time kicks in. Oh my goodness gracious. We could see it tie up yet again if we see that.
Like, new meta, new strat, taking heavy to last as the aggressor? That was not something I was ready to see, but high five showing that, like we said, like anything can happen. You can pull out any type of surprises for this event, and it might just work. And it very much did for Balls Team there as they try to, oh my goodness, no, Froyo responding in kind with a very aggressive mid of their own, absolutely putting Balls Team in the blender and wiping them within 10 seconds on that first mid fight, pretty much just corralling them all into their own little lobby house area and just absolutely shredding them, finding a full wipe and looking to take this into a last push to finish out the map. Froyo is not going to take that round loss lightly, as we're already seeing here. Froyo looking to slowly walk up here, and I mean, this could be it. This is if this push is successful for Froyo, that is going to be the second map in their favor. Is Artist? Oh, Artist play. Artist
Batman.
Their demo playing the Batman spot. A very interesting strats coming out from Balls Team. I mean, you can't say the interesting strats haven't worked. I mean, you've seen that heavy to last. You never know how this one will work.
Oh, and
Uber coming in, they've absolutely stuffed. Uber,
no.
Absolutely horrible Uber coming in from Froyo.
Artist up in Batman.
Artist just absolutely chilling, dropping down.
Artist is down.
Oh no! Artist trying to find that Batman play, not going to be enough. Froyo getting stuffed with the Uber, but it is also not going to be enough to stop them from coming in, cleaning up on Balls Team and taking the second map in this series for Froyo. Now up 2-1 on maps against Balls Team, and moving on to the next map. This is going to be a match point for Froyo. All they need is one more map to take it, and Balls Team has a bit of a ways to go, especially with how back and forth these games have been to be able to clinch this out. But it is going to be very interesting to see. I mean, once again, super back and forth game. Both teams, I mean, this one a little bit more decisive rounds for sure, but we saw both teams capable of turning things around and immediately rolling. It's just Froyo is seeming to find their momentum against Ball's team, and it's looking like it's up to Ball's team to try to dispel that now, as this is the first map in the series where it has gone to the round limit. Both maps before each team, it had gone to overtime, and it was about like 1-3, 2-3 games. But this is the first map where Froyo has taken it all the way, won all 5 rounds. So as long as they can keep that momentum up, it's looking pretty decisive for them for this set. But again, we're just gonna have to see. Things can turn around so quickly.
We will be going to at least a small, probably 3-5 minute-ish break. For realsies this time, we won't have to wait a billion years for players, I hope. But we'll be going to a quick break while we figure some things out on the production side of things. But we will be back. Don't go anywhere, and you will be seeing the upcoming map of Bagel between Froyo and Ball's team.
Everyone to the 7th installment of the Horse Run Monthly. We are once again getting right back into it here with the 4th map in the series against the headliner teams froyotech and Ball's team, and with a 2-1 lead in the set for Froyo. This is match point for them as they are looking to take this final game on Bagel here. Our first Koth map in the series, our first 3 maps being 5 CP maps, Snakewater, Process, and Metalworks. This is the first Koth map in the series and potentially the last map in this set, as long as Froyo is able to keep up the momentum. We have seen in the first few games a lot of back and forth, but it looks like Froyo is already beginning to find a bit of their momentum here as they take the they take the point on Bagel here pretty decisively to start, and they're holding it very well. They do find that force with the double bomb Ball's team does, but it is not going to be enough to stop them from losing their med in the process, as well as Froyo completely cleans up here and continues to hold this midpoint. It's looking like already that Froyo is continuing to, or looking to maintain the momentum that they built starting in Metalworks. Like I was saying, the first few games, very much back and forth, very much both teams taking a couple rounds, but it went to overtime and went to banning config from there. So it will be interesting to see now, or that was on Snakewater and Process. Now on Metalworks, Froyo was able to take it to the 5-round limit and find their momentum. So it's looking like they're going to continue to see to it here as they push through the right side house, finding a ton of picks on the Ball's team. Artist going in to try to find a force, does get Hubbard up pretty low, but it's not going to be enough as a ton of picks. Ooh, never mind. High five finding that force on the Froyo is going to be pretty decisive as they push Ball's team right back out into their spawn and find the point for themselves once again. Now both teams, once again, Froyo finding the lead here and still trying to hold up that momentum. Ball's team is gonna have to look for something with this Uber advantage as they slowly walk out here. Both soldiers going out onto the concrete. The Uber does come out trying to find something. Unfortunately, they lose a player of their losing 2 players in this Uber push. Not very good, but they do end up finding the med. High five does go behind, ends up finding the med pick, and it is
Silly's getting pinched.
Never mind. And just like that, Ball's team finding the med pick with that Uber, but Froyo in return finding the med pick for themselves and being able to secure that that point for longer is going to be very good for them as they've already gotten a lot of cap time here.
Yeah, Ball's team has to chip off like a minute worth of time, so they have a lot of time they need to work off the clock before they can really make anything valuable happen, I suppose I should say. For lack of a better term, I suppose. But froyotech is looking to bust out through the lower right side of the map, just trying to I guess, pressure at this current moment. Maybe they're looking to send some kind of sack. Patty does find high five. Will get traded out with Jay, though. So it's not the end of the world. But it looks like, at least for right now, Banny going to get taken down. Froyotech's push kind of ending before it even started, but they're going to continue to rip it, actually, as I say that. They have the Uber, so they don't really mind. They're going to be running forward.
Coming out.
Zilly pops in return, looking a little bit, actually not even a little, it's looking much better for Zilly, but they don't get any picks for it. They just used to save. Quacks finds Dingo in his own house, and that looks like the end of the point hold for Ball's team as Froyotech comes in to take it away from him and get the point ticking back.
Oh, Patty. Oh, Patty. Oh, Patty. Okay. Yeah, that was very, very decisive. I mean, Paul's team finding the med pick as they blacked out, but yeah, Froyo finding some decisive picks of their own to keep Ball's team from getting that, or really securing an advantage for themselves to push out, as now Froyo once again with some time on the point, some time advantage, is looking to continue to hold this as they do find a couple picks. Once again, finding artists, or they did find artists earlier, so now with no demo on the side of Ball's team, it's going to be pretty difficult for them to push out. Losing 2 soldiers, getting caught in this lobby area, but it is going to be a complete wipe for Froyo as they try to aggress and get absolutely shredded by Ball's team there.
Yeah, Ball's team really put the kibosh on that Froyo push there. I mean, they tried to make something happen, but Ball's team said, no, no, no. They were wagging their little finger. They were shaking, and they said, no, 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 not today. They don't want this round to end just yet. It is only the first round of the first Jeepers Creepers. I can't speak today. It's the first round of Bagel here, but Froyo does lead with Matt wins right now as they took, I believe that they need to take this. And,
yeah, no, this is match point for them.
Yeah, this will be match point. So I just believe they need to take this, and that'll be Dunzo for the Horse Run monthly headliner bracket, 7th monthly. High Five will die here. Banny does get traded out with Slemnish. Quack's going to be dying here Quack's going to be getting Slumnish there, I should say. Uber does come out from the side of Ball's team, and they do manage to find Hubada. Good pipe from Artist, and looks like Ball's team is actually going to be the one holding point. Well, maybe not. They do have Fanny, they do have Logan, they have Brand Slam on the point. Froyotech could come in at the last moment and sweep victory away. Does look like it's just High Five and I believe Slemnish here on the point, but they push Banny back far enough to where it doesn't matter, and it looks like Ball's team is going to be able to win the first round here.
Yeah, once again, a lot of back and forth, and that's definitely what we're going to see fighting over this Koth point here. Lots of back and forth fighting for that timer to go down, and Ball's team able to clinch out the first round. A good start for them, and hopefully being able to bring this back from a 2-1 deficit in maps here, as both teams are looking to reset here. And I mean, Froyo, very aggressive, very decisive wins on some of those battles, but not able to hold the point for long enough to clinch out the round. And with a ton of damage coming in from both sides, a couple picks from both sides as well. Ball's team unfortunately losing more players and letting Froyo secure that first cap as they're just trying to find some extra space here. 3 players left on the side of Ball's team, or a bit of a 3v3 situation going on. As both teams are just looking to find space, find some extra damage, waiting for their soldiers to come back. But oh my goodness, High Five immediately going in through the left house and finding that pick onto Hubada is going to be a huge advantage for Ball's team here, as Quacks tries to respond with a pick of their own, or a sack of their own. Not going to be able to find it. Patty once again coming in with the aggression to respond. They do find some good picks and find Artists in the process, but Froyo loses 4 of their own in response. And now with a good cleanup from Ball's team, that's going to be the point secured for them quite a bit longer. And I mean, Ball's team showing that once again, they're still not ready to go down without a fight, having a good amount of cap time on this point, and getting a good lead over Froyo. They can be looking to hold this. They do get the Uber out with the big Uber advantage here. They're looking to try to keep Froyo out, get some good picks. They find Logan. That's going to be a very, very essential pick. But, oh my goodness, Dingo meeting Patty in the air and finishing him off with the air shot. Gonna stop Patty from being able to make any type of sack play in response as well. That's going to be a successful push, or not really a successful push from Balls team, unfortunately, as now they are going to have to prepare for Froyo to walk out with some Uber advantage. But I mean, tons of damage and spam coming out from this little lobby area, trying to bully Froyo out of this situation where they push out, and it looks like they successfully do, finding 3 picks as Froyo has to recontest in the big door area, or maybe just look for some extra information. High five, almost looking for that high bomb, but getting absolutely deleted by Logan. Logan expecting that, and now as Froyo walks out here still with a bit of Uber advantage, but losing it very quickly. It looks like they may be looking for an exchange situation here as Grand Slam pushes up onto that point, finds a pick in J, and now as Balls team finds a pick on Quacks, it's a lot of back and forth going on. Uber comes out first from Balls team, a bit of a better Uber from froyotech as they're looking to clean up and take the point in the process. Once again, just a bunch of back and forth. Unfortunately, Logan going down there as nobody's able to stop that scout from just walking up and finding that pick. They do find the point, but unfortunately, with no demo to help defend, it's going to be pretty easy for Balls team to try to recontest here, especially with even Ubers. They're looking to fight this as a dry situation, pushing out here. And finding an early pick onto Banny is going to be pretty essential. No scout to worry about. Patty trying to jump behind. He also goes down, unfortunately. And with Logan pretty low, Froyo is going to have to continue to play on the back foot here. Finally giving up that point, but not giving it to Balls team easily. Once again, still very back and forth. Both teams capping, but Balls team looking to try to maintain that lead here. But once again, Froyo coming out with the exchange, trying to find some type of advantage, some type of picks. Not a lot of damage coming out from either side. Both teams just kind of playing the positions, waiting for the Ubers to go out. And now as they recontest, refight, Banny goes down a bit early, and a ton of players are low on the side of Froyo. Unfortunately, going down there 3, giving Balls team a huge advantage to come in and clean up, finding Grand Slam as well, finding Logan, and now with no one left but Hubada, it's going to be, once again, Balls team securing that point and maintaining that lead. With 1 round under the belt, I mean, they're looking to try to win this decisively and take this to a final map situation. Two maps on either side, match point for both. They don't want to go down, do not want to go down without a fight. But, Banny going down pretty early there, trying to push out, as well as Patty. Quacks finding a good pick there, cratering the soldier, but it's not going to be enough as Froyo is losing tons of players just desperately trying to get onto this point. Balls team holding very decisively, finding that air shot onto Hubada, cleaning up the rest of those players. Banny coming in, it's a little bit too late. Patty trying to find some type of last-ditch effort play, not going to be enough. And once again, Balls team taking the second round pretty decisively. It's looking like, Balls team is trying to take this all the way, trying to sweep Froyo out of a Bagel here and try to stop them from just closing out the tournament here. I mean, this is not the Balls team I was seeing in previous maps winning these so decisively. So it's very interesting to see how the dynamic of Koth has kind of changed things around for these teams to the point that that Balls team seems to be finding their footing a lot more quickly than froyotech. But Patty going in behind here for trying to look for a quick play is not going to be able to find anything. Is going to go down in main, and as more players, and as Logan goes down as well, it's going to be yet again another decisive victory for this first fight for Balls team. They're going to find that point, and they're going to find that forward hold as Froyo is going to look to push out here with some type of Uber exchange. But as both teams, Froyo coming in through main, trying to find something with that Uber exchange. Quacks going in for a bomb, not going to be able to find it, and this is a very, very bad Uber for Froyo, not even being able to find an exchange in the force. Finally, an Uber coming out from Balls team as they're ready to just clean up. finding that med. Hubba trying to make. Oh no. Dingo coming around the back to secure that kill and clean up the rest of Froyo here as they try to make some type of play. Wait, but no, Logan finding Zilly as Zilly did not realize walking out on a concrete there that Logan was ready for him to sandwich him, and now losing med in that exchange is looking pretty bad for Ball's team. They could have been able to maintain that hold, but now it's an opportunity for Froyo to walk back out here and take the space, which is exactly what they're doing. Unfortunately, Quack's going down early. Artist trying to make a bomb, but he gets deleted immediately. But more players, everyone dropping on the side of Froyo, including the med. They do eventually go down, and with no one but Logan left, it's looking like another victory on the side of Ball's team. Unfortunately, losing their med in the process, though. So it is going to even the Ubers out. But I mean, again, Ball's team looking to continue to take these fights and get a decisive victory out of it. And again, with 2 up on the board against Froyo's definitely looking to maybe try to adapt or change some strategy to try to at least get them to have more presence in general on this point, because Ball's team is just absolutely showing out right now, showing that they want to do nothing but win Bagel pretty decisively. But yeah, Banny going down as well, trying to make some type of sneaky play happen, but it's not going to be enough as Ball's team continues to hold that point. Clock ticking down. Froyo is running out of time to try and make a play, so it's really up to them to, I mean, pull something out here. This is not the dominant Froyo that we were seeing slowly come to form at the end of Metalworks, surprisingly. This is looking to be a map for Ball's team so far. But Quack's coming in with some type of a sack situation, not able to find the force on Zilly, which is going to be a bit of a rough thing. They do find the force, but no. Ball's team once again Ubering and cleaning up, finding Hubba and Logan is going to be once again very, very essential in them continuing to hold this as the clock whittles down to its final seconds. Froyo having to make a last-ditch effort, dry push on without Ubers, just try to win the DM fight, try to hold the space. Ball's team trying to hold it, but I mean, they have so much cap time that even if they let Froyo kind of take the point, they have a lot of time to work with here. But it looks like that's exactly not what they're going to do. Oh my goodness. Artist trying to find the pick onto Hubba. They're not going to be able to find it. Last-ditch effort, sack play, as they knew their team was going to go down, but it's not going to be enough as Froyo finally finds that point and is looking to get more time on that clock. But, you know, they're on thin ice here. It's, you know, with overtime for the other team, there isn't really any room for mistakes. So as long as Froyo's able to hold it down, which, I mean, high five going down is pretty essential. As long as they're able to hold it down, maybe they're looking to get their first round here. But I mean, Ball's team again pushing out here with that Uber disadvantage. Oh my goodness, Dingo finding the drop onto Hubba is going to be huge for Ball's team in getting to that point and capping that for overtime, pretty much securing them that round. I mean, no Uber for Froyo. That's no defense for Froyo. And now, I mean, we just saw it happen in real time. Ball's team able to just pretty much take advantage of that med drop. Not only do you have no Uber, you have no heals, and securing that round win. Once again, 3-0 for Ball's team. This is not the Ball's team we've been seeing this whole series. This is a different beast when they're definitely a different beast when they're on Koth. So when we're seeing that happen right now, Froyo still struggling to find their footing and even make a dominant showing in this map. They're pretty much just kind of getting steamrolls. But double bomb coming in from Froyo, trying to find that pick onto somebody. They do find Artist, but unfortunately they do lose both in the process. But 3 goes down on the side of Ball's team, and it is going to be a victory on the first fight for Froyo. So now as Ball's team, I mean, as they're looking to try to walk out here and make some space for themselves. I mean, they have to be feeling pretty good with a 3-0 lead. They do get the force out. Exchange does come out. Both teams looking for damage. Quack's very low on the side of Froyo. I'm trying to make a play, but he is going to live, and both teams finding Brand Slam there. It's going to be a good pick for Ball's team as they look to push up here and make more space. Pushing through that left house, finding a ton of damage, but they do lose a scout in the process. 3 going down on the side of Froyo is going to be huge. Ooh, Inhibitor getting absolutely destroyed by High Five once again. Deleted, and that's going to be a decisive pick for Ball's team as they look to secure that Uber advantage as well as the point.
Yeah, it looks kind of hectic going about it, man. It looks like both of these teams have pretty much just been back-to-back and all they've been throughout, man.
Yeah, it's been so much back and forth. This is actually the first. This is the first time that I've seen Ball's team really show like they have some type of momentum and being able to close out these rounds consistently. But that's not to say Froyo can't turn it around just as quickly, because that's exactly what we've been seeing.
But that happened too. Zilly did get hit with a nice little rocket as he did try to surf that thing. But it's just as we saying that, hold up, it's actually a feast up in here.
It is
absolutely coming through the clutch with a 5K on the board. Does he got 5 pink? Nah, it's just Jay with 5 pink. That's crazy though.
Oh, for real, this is. I mean, I'm surprised even just how quickly Ball's team seemed to turn around and like just pretty much be as dominant as they are in this map. I mean, it seems like they're much more comfortable playing in a cost setting than they are a 5 CP setting, at least when going up against Froyo. But you know, that could be partially due to just how more aggressive it is overall, or it could just be, you know, they're better at playing cost together. But either way, we're looking to see Froyo trying to walk out here, but they're just getting absolutely tons of spam.
Oh, and the collapse is actually absolutely huge. The collapse was looking quite massive for the side of Balls, but along this line, it just seemed like Froyo was just able to go ahead and deny any type of collapse whatsoever. As they do make their move right back in. Ooh, Artis instantly going ahead and catching the tag team from Banny and Quacks. Cheonte trying his best to make some moves happen, and it's exactly what he does, right into Logan's face, going ahead and making explosions happen. And then there's Bubba with the speed coming in, getting the. Oh my goodness, Bubba that has to use the speed, absolute. So, the man is so sublime coming through with utmost power, skipping through the house as if he's skipping through the playground, playing hopscotch even.
No, seriously, and getting that pick on the, getting that or that was it pick or a force? I mean, that was beautiful either way. Securing that at least some type of or evening out at least a little bit for Ball teams. They try to walk out, but oh my goodness, it is a frag fest for Froyo as they absolutely put them through the blender in Big Door and find some more picks on the other side. No one left but High Five, as now it's finally a wipe for Froyo, being able to secure that forward hold. This is looking good for Froyo now. Finally, they're looking to try to find their footing here and get this forward hold, and with full Uber advantage. I mean, this is exactly what they're looking for here. Ball team looking to jump out. Oh my goodness, it's a blender. Lots of they're trying to find. They finally find Zilly there, a little bit late, but again, with everyone dropping on the side of Ball's team, it's not looking too good for them now. As that was a successful Uber for Froyo.
Yeah, you know, as aggressive as they were being, it just seems like Froyo is just taking this chance, the initiative, to pretty much just get in at this point. As they're getting in, going ahead and collapsing in places they need to with, hold up, big patty bomb, going ahead and just delaying point. Doesn't want anyone from the cup team to go ahead and just hit the point, but since we're seeing that is exactly going to be the case. A great stuff into the right door from Patty, not even letting the rest of the combo come out through said door. Good play on the Froyo, putting them on the board.
Yep, and now with one round to their name, they're looking to slowly crawl back here and try to take this map. Once again, match point for Froyo. So if they take this map, that will be the series for them, and that will be first place. So it's really up to the other team here in being able to prevent them from clinching it out. But we're just gonna have to see here as both teams, they can find a ton of damage. Quack's trying to maybe get a play. High five going in, not going to be able to find anything. But Patty going in for a bomb does get some good damage onto Zilly. And, ooh, Grand Slam finding it, cleaning up that kill and finding Artist as well. Finding tons of kills on the board. Absolutely destroyed. Oh my goodness, Quacks.
These rockets coming out of Froyo Quack's kind of lethal, but hold up. They don't want to give that up yet just because, well, actually they are going to go ahead and give that up. I thought they were going to contest a little bit. It looks like they're just going ahead and poking and prodding some doors, trying to see just exactly what kind of play they can go ahead and set up for the team, for Ball's team. But just as we're seeing that we do see full ad from the side of froyotech. So at this point in time, if there's enough people, a 4-man's going to come out and Hubba is going to go ahead and use as well. It doesn't look like the Uber is getting anybody yet, but they do see a pick onto Dingo, aka Dale Cooper fan 12, with Patty going ahead and trading with trades happening back and forth. As that Uber happened, the post fight is immediate, and that's how you know it's invite. When that aggression, when that immediate urgency just comes.
Oh my goodness, Quacks!
Quacks comes out the back door. That's from the back rib, from the back of the theater house. What with the kill on the Zilly though. And Hubbard is going to go ahead and live. A lot of Froyo members are going to go ahead and live. Dale Cooper just trying to go ahead and look for a pick, but is going to go ahead and get shut down by Patty. Does not even want to let him touch the pack, brother.
Not at all. And now with Froyo having a good Uber advantage here, walking back out onto the point, they're looking to... Ooh. Hubida already taking some... Oh, wait, he finds an arrow kill onto... onto Jay. And that's going to be quite a surprising frag there as... Both teams are like, oh my goodness, this is an absolute roll for Froyo as they pretty much clean up every player, deleting Artist, deleting Dingo, but unfortunately losing Hubida in the process. As now, Ball's team is looking to maybe, what do you think? This is really, they need one more round to secure at least that they won't lose the series. So,
oh, for sure.
They're definitely thinking about that as they walk out here, but with small Uber advantage. I mean, Froyo, like you said, is coming with the aggression. They're coming with the fire needed to trade coming in between Patty and High Five. It's gonna keep things even, but Ball's team losing both soldiers is gonna be kind of difficult for them to. But they do trade Quacks as well. It's pretty much just a back and forth situation, 4v4. Both teams just kind of playing it slow, letting their soldiers try to make a play. But other than that, oh, wait. Ball's team trying to move as a unit through the right house, trying to make some space. Is going to force Froyo to back up a little bit, concede. They are going to find High Five, though, as High Five does unfortunately go down. But with the point secured, that was a good push from Ball's team to at least make it a little bit of space. But, oh... Froyo trying to respond here with immediate Uber. They do get the exchange to come out, but it is a bit of a better Uber for Ball's team. And Patty and Banny going down, unfortunately, is going to spell the end of that push for them as Quacks tries to make a last-ditch effort play. Not going to be enough. Ooh, Grand Slam almost finding something, but not going to find enough. And that is going to be the point still secured for Ball's team.
Good play from the side of Ball's team to go ahead and just realize that even though both teams had Uber, to pretty much let them go ahead and take the initiative with that Uber, going a little bit more forward into them. I like to see the counter collapse along that line as well, which we are going to see ad coming in from the side of Ball's team as well, but we are going to see people start to make some plays. Patty being one of them, getting some nice damage on the Bubba, with Branson going ahead and clearing them out as well. Zilly by himself will go ahead and explode because he had no one to attach to. Dale Cooper, Dingo, and they are getting some damage on the Hubba, but not enough to secure that kill, with Branson going to lose his life to Jay Unpay throughout that whole team fight. And it is going to be ad for the side of Froyo, though the dominant Balls team, it just looks like from a different standpoint, froyotech is slowly but surely adapting to whatever kind of play they're just throwing, whatever kind of chaotic energy is being thrown at them. But I can't say that for certain, with Quack's going to be the first pick right out the door. Uber does come out through the side of the house, but it's only going to get Jay Unpay. Everyone else is trying to, just kidding, it's going to get silly as well, with Dale Cooper losing his life to, oh my god, the Logan. Oh, but Artist,
oh my goodness.
Artist and Bubba. Oh, Artist and Bubba.
He lived through all that, just managing to frag out till his last breath and turning at least something around for Ball's team to maybe make a play happen, maybe turn around last-ditch effort. They do find Hubba in the process as well, so it is a bit of Uber advantage for them too going into this hold. And once again, I mean, Froyo at least like you said, slowly finding their footing here against the chaos that Balls team is throwing at them. But will they be able to continue to build that momentum as, again, just one more round for Balls team? They're going to close out this map to even things up. Patty going in there with Brand Slam, trying to find some space in the right house. Going in for a bomb, looking for Zilly. Zilly might be getting caught out here. He does not, as both teams just going back and forth.
Oh my
Brand Slam, oh my goodness. It's too much fun.
In that whole entire fight with less than 20 HP for a hot minute before getting, oh my god, before getting decimated, just like Jayumpe, who just took on the 3v1 but could not get it done. With Branson and Logan, slowly but surely, just doing some pepper damage, some seasoning damage. You know, the same kind of damage that, you know, takes a little salt and pepper, put on some chicken with a nice, you know, some adobo seasoning. You know how it go. But we do see full app from the side of the Balls Cup team, as it looks like Patty going behind, looks like he wants to take this fight with Dingo, and as that fight goes ahead and ensures itself, it looks like the Uber has been utilized, but it's not going to catch anyone besides Froyo, Manny, and Logan. But just as we're seeing it right now, Quacks and Patty still alive in Right House before losing their lives as well. Kind of treated it like a little foreman, kind of treated it like we wanted to use that Uber aggressively and see if we could catch up with it, or a little bit more than just two people. But along that line, froyotech is going to go ahead and get this Uber ad here. With 17 seconds left on the clock, they pretty much have to stuff the door pretty hard if they want to go ahead and contest again for this point. With 19 seconds left, they could just go ahead and try to dry it and keep the Uber. Anything is pretty much on the table at this point. But the Uber does coming out from the house. Dingo's going to go ahead and lose his life, which turns this into a 5v6. But despite the player disparity, we do see someone going behind from the side of the Balls Cup team. Artist does lose his life as well. So not the most pivotal post fight, as we're seeing Bubba losing his life. Now it's just out, not got nothing absolutely. But hold up, they're keeping a buck. Logan 2 HP, and they're keeping it a buck. No, Zilly loses his life, but nothing absolutely wants to trade this kill for Brand Slam. With Jayumpe still on the point as well, trying to take that fight with Benny with heals. Dingo coming back to the point, just going ahead and getting some pepper damage, trying to separate Benny and Hubbard. And the Rockets are so good with Jayumpe on the chase, getting the kill. Quacks getting hit with the little mini Patty on the point, trying to go ahead and secure whatever pick he can. Artist in the air, losing his life as well. But the post fight from the Balls team, Brand Slam, the post fight from the Balls team was just too good.
Oh my goodness. What an actual... This is very, very interesting. This is a very decisive victory from Balls team once again. I mean, that was very, very surprising. I mean, given what you've seen the past 3 maps, given how back and forth it was, and even given how Froyo seemed to be finding their footing, finding their momentum in that previous map, this is very surprising to see Balls team come around and absolutely crush Froyo to take this 4th map 4-1. And now, I mean, really, once again, it's gonna be down to this last map, which I believe is Sunshine. It's gonna be down to this last map to really decide who is going to take it in this cup, going to a final map situation. Very, very exciting. Who will take the Horse Run monthly 7th installment? Will Froyo keep their win streak, or will Balls team secure the win for themselves and break the winning streak?
Oh, and you know, with that being said too, it looks like we are going to go to a small break just as we say that. But yes, just like you said, Sunshine being the last decider, a lot of great things can pretty much happen on this map. But y'all just going to have to find out right after the break. Like that, you win grand finals, and it's Sunshine with the Horse Run Cup monthly, baby. You already know. And look, listen, both these demos went ahead, got to the mid. It's Logan and the Artist. You know how it roll. Artist hanging with Cafe because the demoing out the Cafe. Logan wide, just in the air, letting it all come in as we doing a rotational mid type of situation with the double bomb with Benny getting a little aggressive as well. Trying to punish pick on the Dingo, but isn't going to go ahead and get that pick as well. With Zilly did die from the side of Balls, and at this point, it's Froyo 5 or 4v4 at this point with heals in favor of froyotech, as they are currently, Hubbard and Logan currently in Cafe, just trying to keep it steady. Brand Slam has now reconnected with Hubbard as well, and we do see Quacks behind us. Jayumpe. Go get hit with the rap assassin, Sir Jaden. Oh, well, Artist.
It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy right now. It's happening right now. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
High five. High five. Immediately coming back and saying, okay, you can do all that, but you're not getting out of here with no med. Now, with Froyo being able to... Oh, they're going to try to find Zilly in response here, but it's not going to be enough. Quacks and Patty going down. A successful defense for Ball's team as they're trying to secure some type of Uber advantage. Holding on a second. Bandy just walking up, taking a ton of space, but he is going to get stopped by the other scout. And now, oh my goodness, both teams just going back and forth. But, I mean, that draw from High Five, securing it for Ball's team, and at least being able to push back out was huge. Now, as they get to refight mid here and push Froyo out with their own advantage, Quacks maybe looking for some type of play here with Patty, going for some type of double bomb situation, not going to go for it, going to back up. Oh no, he's going straight back in, looking for Artist. He does find it, but Logan goes down in the process as well. Oh my goodness, and oh my goodness, Hamida. Hamida getting his revenge on High Five with the melee kill. Gonna live with less than 40 health and make it out of that mid fight just barely. I mean, so much back and forth going on already. These teams already, like, where is this gonna go? We thought Froyo had the mid, and now they don't. They're gonna recontest though and find, oh, they find Jay early, unfortunately overextending a bit, but as they try to walk through here with full Uber advantage, Ball's team is going to get ready for their push, maybe look for some type of sack play. High Five once again going in with trying to support the scout through Cafe, but they are gonna elect to not do that. Oh, hold on. Artist going down early before the Uber even comes out is gonna be huge for Froyo as they completely wipe half of Ball's team with that push, including the med.
Oh, Patty did lose his life in the valley. Wait a second. Hold up. Nothing. Comma, absolutely. Nothing, comma, absolutely. Wants these kills.
Oh my goodness.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. Froyo did the best that they could to go ahead and try to escape, but the ever-loving onslaught of the Balls Cup team was just, oh my words have escaped me, Sir Jaden. What I just saw took every breath, took every brain power that I had. Oh my goodness.
I'm struggling to find words too, because I'm just like, where's the but this is like the essentially so much back and forth from these teams where you think one team has the advantage, one team's going to bring the momentum, but then all of a sudden it turns around, and now with Ball's team on Froyo second. Oh my goodness, Zilly, but with Artist immediately going down to a huge bomb from Froyo. Oh my god. There's so much, there's too much going on. There's now one person left, backcapping on last, just barely able to find Dingo there in all that chaos. Dingo trying to get behind and almost getting that backcap. Froyo almost losing that round in one of the most surprising ways possible, but Ball's team is not looking to stop the momentum as High Five goes in for a bomb here, trying to find something, does not find it, unfortunately, as now Ball's team is still trying to make that space. They do find a pick and Benny and Logan and Quacks going down.
Slemish
them. Oh my goodness, it's almost a full wipe
Jay!
Now.
A full Froyo. A full. Brother, if there's one thing I can tell you that I'm seeing that I really like from the Balls Cup team is that the collapses and a lot of these really high and a lot of these transitional periods is high. But even though it's high, oh my God, something else is high, and this Artist in the air saying bye bye. Oh my God, hey yo. Froyo won't even let me finish, bro. Hey, yo. With that still being said, though, a lot of great damage, great rockets coming out from Quacks. Alongside, it does look like they are going to fight. Slamdus does lose his life with Logan hitting a nice pipe on the Bubba, leading him to crater. Quacks does get killed in lower lob, but Jayumpe looking to try to bob and weave, but can't bob and weave when you got 3 people wanting to make you bleed. You see what I'm saying? We do see Artist has some traps on the point, but Brand Slam and Bandy go ahead and catch a whiff of it. They smell it. They do not want to die from that. And it is still a 0-0 game, folks. This is still pretty back and forth for Sir Jaden. And what I really like at this point in time is both teams are going to have Uber, but I can tell you right now, both teams are not just going to sit there and wait for it. They're not going to be reactive. As Bandy tried to get through the choke, isn't going to do it. Oh, with Patty trying to get aggressive on the Zilly, but gets eaten up. Both teams still have Uber. Logan having to back up less than 100 HP. Oh, but the pipe slenders like it's nothing. And Quacks is going to escape with Hamida. And we do now see the Balls Cup team getting second again for free, Sir Jaden.
Yep. good push from Ball's team here, trying to make that space. Uber coming out, trying to get an exchange, a good exchange here. They do find Dingo in the chaos, but it's not looking like a very decisive Uber for Froyo, as now both teams try to recontest here. Logan going down early is going to lose a lot of damage for Froyo as they try to continue to make that space, trying to recap that point, and Ball's team is... Oh no, Zilly gets caught out as well, as now everyone's trying to collapse. So many players going down on each side, and finally Hubba goes down as well, but with a full wipe from Froyo, or a almost full wipe from Froyo, Brand Slam stuck outside of last. They're trying to make some type of play. Oh, Logan anticipating players from Ball's team coming in to try to get a cap on that last point. Not going to be enough for Ball's team to take that, but that was very close. I mean, both teams so much back and forth going on in that fight.
You know you're playing high invite. You know when you see high invite, whenever, listen, crazy collapse happen or a crazy chaotic moment happen, you have the player ad mostly in your favor, whether it be like a 3v nobody, and then they get 1 or 2 spawners, and those 2 spawners go ahead and just defend against 3 to 4 people waiting for their respawners. They know exactly what they have to do. It's like they're playing defense. They're playing the center defense. They ain't letting nobody come to the basket. But both teams are going to get Uber. They're going to go ahead and just play it slow. Play it slow. Both teams kind of taking their chances to see what the others kind of do, adapting to whatever kind of play, and they definitely have the potential to go back and forth continuously the entire time, no matter how aggressive both teams are going to get. But at this point, it is on balls keep. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! That was scary.
My heart jumped. High five coming in with lightning speed for these sacks. I just don't see him. You don't see him till he's right in front of Hubba. It's got to be, you know, keeping Froyo on their toes for sure, though, as they try to push out here and find their own type of advantage, find their own sack. Slowly making their way onto mid here. Quack's trying to find a sack. He does find a trade in Dingo, and that is going to help Froyo continue to make space. But unfortunately, once again, High Five going behind, and as the chaos of the mid fight turns in the favor of Froyo, High Five is once again maybe looking to make some type of sack play. He does get spotted though, and now as Froyo tries to reset here, re-find their footing on mid, with full Uber advantage, they are going to keep High Five being behind in mind as they look to push this second point with full Uber advantage. Hopefully get through. Oh, High Five finding a trade in Quacks. But not going to be stopping Froyo from looking to find a pick in this Uber. But it is not going to be enough. Uber successfully defended by Ball's team. Froyo getting second, but not able to secure any type of kill that will maintain their momentum. As now it's up to Ball's team to try to turn things around here. But with Ball's team being on their last already 10 minutes on the game timer, so much back and forth, no rounds from either team. This could still go either way.
Yeah, and it's really interesting too, because even though it was even though the Uber is still in the favor, let's say, of Balls Cup team, Froyo has made magic happen with all the space that they're basically trying to achieve here. But at this point in time, they still want to fight second. They know they have the Uber ad, and we see Quacks in the air. Ooh, with a pivotal pick on the artist, slowing down whatever momentum they had. But Patty, also low himself, loses his life. No soldiers from Froyo. Hubba staying strong, but gonna keep Banny alive, with Branson also dying as well. It is just an Uber with Logan and Banny. Not to say that it's nothing. It can definitely still do something. We see a bomb from Bubba. Oh, and Jay Umpe in the cafe with the flank and going ahead and cleaning up the 3 remaining Froyo players who were out and about, putting the Uber back in favor of Balls Cup team. A very chaotic fight, but they knew they had ad. It didn't even look like for a moment Froyo was really expecting it, or I can't say expecting, excuse me, but it didn't look like they were respecting it as much. But we do see Branson. He was on sniper for the short amount of time that he did die to Jay Unpay. Now, again, it is going to be ad Sir Jaden for the side of the Balls Cup team. They are down 1, but Froyo still wants to take this in. They said 5v6, get some pressure up, no problem. But Bandy going ahead.
Oh, wow.
My God.
Oh, it's all going down. Oh, wait. Oh, Quack's almost finding the pick onto Zilly, but wow, very decisive fight for Balls team there as they walk on to second with full Uber advantage, completely wiping froyotech and walking onto their last. This could be a great shot at a round for Balls team if they can make it happen. And they have all the cards in their favor to make it happen. It's really up to Froyo to have a solid defense here, but it's all going to come down to how this Uber push goes as Balls team gets ready to push through the left side here, trying to make some space with their scouts. Almost finds a pick onto the soldier. Not going to be enough. They do find the sentry a little bit late, but they are going to get it. Finding a pick onto Quacks, but it's not going to be enough as they take a ton of... Logan taking a ton of damage, though, but Froyo not aggressive enough on the point. And that's going to be the first round for Balls team.
They had to respect that Uber coming in, but they had to respect the players. And that's something you got to do it less. You know, if you're not disrespecting the players, you might as well. You may try to get a pick for that. But seeing, you know, new mid, new them, that happens. It's currently 1-0, 18 minutes left on the clock. Still anybody's game, all that matters. But we are at another mid. It doesn't look like we're doing the cafe play coming from the side of Balls Cup anymore. It looks like we may do another kind of rotational mid. It just kind of depends how we set this up. Double bomb, actually from the side of Patty and Quacks, landing in different positions. Patty gets eaten up by Jay Umpe, and Branson getting eaten up by Slemnish. And the three players who were the most forward are actually going to be the ones that get eaten up as well. It seemed like there was some pressure mismatch coming out from there, or we weren't finding targets to really solidify. And also with them being in Valley, they were just able to go ahead and kind of kite that and soak in as much damage as they could from those bombs. But both teams are going to have Uber start, Jaden. So we are not going to see a last push with just an Uber on one team. Now we're going to see an even standing with the gun going up, Banny on Engineer.
Yeah, even situation. Banny on Engineer, so they're very much committed to holding this last. They don't want to... Froyo doesn't want their lead to go, go away even more. So they're definitely looking to try to defend from Balls team. And as Balls team looks for their own type of advantage here, some type of opening, it looks like, I mean, Froyo with both Sniper and NG, they're going to look to try to turn this around. But here comes High Five coming through with a quick play, but they lose their scout in the process. That's going to be pretty decisive for Froyo in being able to push out here, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Walking Brand Slam out into that shutter just in case. Ooh, almost peeking that and finding Artist, but he's not going to, and Patty's going to go down for it. It looks like Froyo trying to use those pick advantages to work their sniper into a better angle, but not going to be enough as they're just going to elect to play it a bit slower here. Once again, just leaving Ubers at even. But now with the sniper on the side of Balls team, they might try to slow things down here and look for a cheeky play themselves. Sniper picking the right side.
Slamness on Sniper too, man. This is lethal. We saw Brand. These are some lethal snipers coming to the play here. As just like you said, we're trying to see some type of pick happen. And had Quacks in the reticle, but he's gonna go ahead and just chill for the moment. He's not even gonna let that happen. Patty getting picked off by Bubba, who gets traded, but they still have Slemnish on Sniper, trying to just do whatever they can, Sir Jaden, to try to get him a peek. And it looks like they're getting pretty deep with the spam from Froyo. It's just adamant, brother. It's just coming in. They do not want him to peek. With Branson losing his life as well. Slemnish peeking from the right door. Does he do it confidently? Oh, he's looking, but Banny does not want that thing to happen. We got stickies on them too. They don't want these people to peek this door. I see him there.
Great spam coming out from Patty as he's able to find a pick there against. Patty's going straight back in, leading everyone in lobby as now it's only 2 up on the side of Balls team. Zilly by himself, just him and Patty staring each other down. Patty knowing exactly what's going to happen as he gets the force, and Froyo is able to secure that defense and walk right back out onto second. That was a great play from Froyo. I mean, Patty with some surprise aggression in ways that Balls team wasn't able to were not prepared for. And now with some picks on their side, including the med, no heals for Balls team. This is going to be some momentum for Froyo to capitalize off of. High Five trying to make a play behind, not going to be able to, as Quacks does find him, as well as Brand Slam finding Slemnish. And now, Jamon, I mean, this is looking like a big advantage situation for Froyo to try to take a round and tie this up. And they need to, because, I mean, already 15 minutes and only 1 round taken, and that's by Balls team. Again, this map decides the set. So Froyo can't really be messing around right now. I don't think they would want to go to overtime with just one on the board against them. So they're definitely going to be looking to walk in here with this full Uber advantage, walking straight in immediately. Not able to get the level 3 sentry up in time on the side of Ball's team, as now they're just trying to find something. Zilly already very low, has to go for the resup as froyotech is trying to clean up. Heavy combo comes out, and unfortunately, as Froyo loses Hubada early in that push, now they have no heals to continue this fight, and it's going to be a pretty much a complete wipe for Ball's team. Logan getting out by the skin of his teeth, but just barely, and that was a successful hold for Ball's team.
That Uber on paper should have worked, especially with the way that they had kind of everyone set up. They pretty much were using from the right, had the soldiers come from lower left and left door, and at that point in time, it looked like it was going to be a pretty solid collapse, but with people being able to just spread out, fly around, so that Uber does not just pretty much prioritize one spot in particular. With it looks like both soldiers coming in, forcing the Uber right at the Balls Cup team. No soldier, no scout, and Bubba losing his life as well. froyotech can take this player, this ad, and immediately just walk in for free, as we do see Artist trying to lock down the door. Patty losing his life, but Artist getting hit with that mean Zug tug from Brand Slam, going ahead and solidifying a 1-1. They turned a bad Uber situation into a solid post-fight situation. Some solid pivotal picks that let them just kind of coast in like you on a cruise and you just got a margarita in your hand. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a little vacation for them, pulling up to last and having a bit of a field day with all those picks, like you said, pivotal picks, being able to secure that win for them. But now as we go on to the next mid, once again, it's looking like Ball's team going for a bit more of a rotational mid. Patty going down a bit early, though, as well as Quacks not able to find as much success in that double bomb as they might have in previous mids. And now as Froyo is forced to back up, losing Logan as well, that's going to be the mid for Ball's team. And they look to continue this momentum, absolutely collapsing onto Froyo and almost finding Zilly. They are going to find, or not finding Zilly, they find Hubada. And now with no med on the side of Froyo and second all but secured for Ball's team, this might be another decisive round for them. They have the cards stacked in their favor once again, and both teams continuing to show them on that they will continue. You take a round, I take a round. You think you can push hard? Oh no, we can roll you just as hard. And we're seeing that from both teams coming out. It's very, very exciting to see.
Man's really said, "Oh, you the king? Nah, I'm the king. Nah, you want to push? Nah, we can push too." Both of these teams, basically, at the pivotal, at the highest platform possible to show what it means to be within high invite, with the Uber coming out from right door, left door from Blue's perspective. And just as we're seeing it, Uber does come out, it does get the gun in the dispenser. Oh my gosh, +5. Quacks does lose his life as well. Banny is on heavy and is a 5v6 hold at this point in time. Bubba getting absolutely mincemeat, but Dingo helped him with the bomb, turning this into a 3v3 situation, but the damage is just insurmountable coming out from the side of the Balls Cup team, prioritizing picks, prioritizing damage where it needs to be prioritized, and that is how you play last, brother. Oh my goodness.
Whoa. Again, like, Ball's team showing that they have what it takes to take these rounds decisively and not giving Froyo an easy time with this cup. Again, Froyo looking to win, keep their win streak going. And Ball's team is looking to threaten that right now with only 10.5 minutes left on the clock. We're going into our fourth mid here, and Ball's team in the lead of 2-1. Once again, they're looking to play a little bit slower, a little bit more rotational mid. They do find high five early, but trade it with Quacks. And Logan a bit caught right now behind Tetris as he gets collapsed on, and that's going to be a huge pick for Ball's team in order to secure this mid. They do find Dingo, but Patty, it's not going to be enough to turn things around for Froyo, as once again, Ball's team wins the mid. I mean, with even Uberzaman, this is still looking to be, with no demo on the side of Froyo, this is still looking to be an advantageous situation, which is exactly what it looks like they're capitalizing on. Froyo not going down without a fight, though, trying to go for the exchange here. They do catch out Zilly, but Grand Slam goes down. Lots of fighting.
Oh my goodness.
It's
and he doesn't
Zilly.
use.
Zilly just sitting there. Banny not able to find anything.
He doesn't want to use Zilly with Zillion artists with the steadfast mental, not even wanting bro to go ahead and use the Uber whatsoever. But that's gonna be the moment that puts them into the driver's seat. That's your 2006 Mitsubishi Galant to your 2024 Mercedes Benz. Oh, we're talking turbo V8 engine. We're talking like the drive. It's a manual, and at this point, the Uber has come out. Quack's going to be the first victim to the Uber, just looking for kills at this point. Before we're looking for the point, Banny in the air trying to bob and weave, but cannot bob and weave. All this damage just being focused to one area. Oh my goodness gracious!
I know Froyo might be one big comically large bead of sweat dropping down their foreheads right now. They might be going 1-3 and 8.5 minutes left. I'm sure Froyo's definitely thinking about that right now as they're gonna have to look to crawl back from this deficit, overtime or not, to be able to win this. And as the mid comes out, Patty going for some early aggression, does get caught out by Dingo with an amazing air shot. Froyo trying to rotate into Balls team, but they already lose 3, including Logan, and it's gonna be looking like another decisive victory on the mid for Balls team as they're able to clutch things up, hold that valley area, prevent Froyo from rotating into them with that early aggression, and eventually push them out. Oh no, Zilly going down in Cafe.
Brand Slam and Banny proving a point to that their aim is one of the best with an invite. Brand Slam literally taking the 2v1 with the lightning gun, 90% accuracy, craziness. With Bandy coming in with a nice little 2-shot on the Zilly in Cafe. He was disconnected for that small moment, but that small moment changed everything. Just like that one small moment of Slim is switching the sniper, killing Logan, changes the doors, not being able to be stuffed just as well. But with Froyo stepping in with the Uber, they are going to go ahead and kill Slimnish. Doesn't look like anyone else is going to die except Bubba, who was behind. But Dingo putting himself in position to catch them in that transitional period. Banny isolating himself very shortly just now to escape and reconnect. No, not even going to reconnect. Peppering, trying to get people to focus on him before he re-aggresses. A solid re-aggress from the side of Froyo that's just going to put them back into the driver's seat. Patty does lose his life though, and Jay Umpe is alive. No heals, no beam, just his scattergun, mouse, keyboard, mouse pad, headphone, headset, different keycaps, mechanical, I hope, no membrane, and the rest of this team coming back as well. We're looking at 60% add just along that line with, Bubba going ahead and losing his life. High five to Froyo Banny. And froyotech, Sir Jaden, is back in the driver's seat. They now have control of the 2024 Mitsubishi or Mercedes-Benz. They know exactly how they want to use this Uber, and they know what kind of picks they want to get to secure this last push.
Absolutely, and that's going to be exactly what we're hopefully going to see from them, and that's what they're hoping for as they come into this last. Balls team they do find the early sentry pick, coming in fast on the right side, finding Dingo as well, catching them out. It's going to be a good early pick and getting tons of cat time as well, as Balls team is trying to find their way onto the point, but not able to fight hard enough, as that Uber and push from Froyo is enough to secure the round, slowly bring them back to a 2-3 situation. Looking to crawl their way back from this deficit, from all this momentum that Balls team has been building up since Bagel, showing that they still want to win this so much. I mean, with 5.5 minutes left on the clock, again, this might go to overtime. It's really still a pretty much a back and forth situation here. But as both teams, Dingo going for this early contest on the height, not gonna find anything as he does get pushed out, and it looks like Froyo trying to find some aggression, just going through the middle. Double bomb coming in from Balls team, does find 3 picks on the side of Froyo, and that's gonna be a beautiful aggression. That's gonna be some beautiful aggression from Balls team as they completely wipe Froyo. And once again, in response to Froyo taking that round decisively, Balls team showing that they have absolutely what it takes to do it well as well. And now once again on Froyo's last with Uber advantage, full Uber advantage, not only full Uber advantage, but the positions they already need in last to pressure Froyo even outside of spawn, waiting for that final cap. The Uber finally comes out from the side of Balls team, but it is looking very, very decisive for them, as they've already taken both soldiers. Froyo not able to do much, but look outside of spawn and watch their point get capped, as now it is 2-4. One more round for Balls team to take this cup, and secure that victory.
But we can absolutely see a comeback here. And yeah, froyotech, they definitely want it. What's nice about that too, with the whole lash push, is that just artists locking down that right door, not letting Banny go ahead and build the gun, not letting Patty get through that door, had the stickies right above it. Oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful little touch for that lash. But as we come to the mid, new fight, new team, new rules, new set. Let's go ahead and run it. Banny looking to go ahead and wanted to get the pick on the Dale, but Bubba in the air, but gets insta-denied by Brand Slam as both the soldiers went ahead and tried to go for the initiative, but are going to go ahead and die from the side of Froyo. But still, both scouts from the side of Froyo went ahead and ate everybody up like it's a buffet, just like Jay Unpay making some moves, but Brand Slam and Banny not going to let that happen. Brand Slam and Banny not going to let that happen. Slamdish, oh my. Slamdish almost hitting the ring around the rosy. Almost hit the bot mode surfing the sticky at Bagel at a land, but it's not going to happen. We do see utter destruction that mid coming from the scouts. Did a phenomenal job, Banny and Brand Slam, at keeping Hubba the Shubba alive. Even for that small moment where Banny went to go see if he was making the decision to go ahead and kill Dingo in Cafe. Beautiful plays, beautiful protection, FBI level protection, Secret Service level protection. Sir Jaden, now we're looking at Uber for the side of Froyo, and they know, again, they're in the situation where they're going to get everyone buffed and healthy, and most likely take this. It looks like they may take it from top left or top right. Oh, no.
They're deciding, it's going to be a left situation. They do not find the sentry early, but they do find a pick in Slemnish, and getting that sentry as well. I mean, they have a lot of space here, but the Uber didn't really decide anything for them as they haven't found Zilly. They haven't found... Oh, never mind. They're finding tons of picks here. As things even out, they do find Dingo as well, but the combo, the heavy combo on the side of Ball's team, last man standing, trying to stop these two scouts is not going to be enough. Getting Swiss cheese, and Banny and Brand Slam absolutely taking the initiative on that round, both in the mid and in that last push, fragging out and doing so much damage. Really to the point where it decided that fight. And again, Froyo not going down without a fight. 3-4 situation. They cannot lose another round though. So this is very interesting to see. We've seen both teams take rounds decisively. So again, it's impossible to say who can take this even at this point. Which is so exciting to see, because now as both teams are still trying to adapt to each other. Oh no, Brand Slam and Patty going down immediately. With the aggression and losing 3 on that mid fight. Froyo immediately recognizing they need to cut their losses and back up. They are on round point and match point, so they do not need to be losing any more players. Ball's team gladly taking the space that Froyo is giving them and walking straight onto second. But, you know, with no med picks on either side, it's still an even Uber situation, Jamon. So this is still a very volatile situation. Both teams still able to find some type of opening, or going to be looking for some type of opening or advantage. But again, with Froyo on the back foot here and with 1 round away from losing here, they are definitely feeling the pressure. But that's not to say Froyo hasn't been here before. So it'll be interesting to see how things play out here. Getting a lot of spam damage. Soldier coming in. High Five trying to find something. He does not, but Patty and Quack's going down. 2 picks for each side, now turning it into a 4v4 situation, but both teams opting to slow things down potentially and not really take the initiative on those picks. As looks like, yeah, both teams just opting to remain in a stalemate situation. Dingo trying to find some spam, looking for information, looking for that gun. And yeah, as both teams even out here, this is, again, stalemate situation, but very scary for Froyo here. They lose this and it's over.
You know, just as we say that as well, with both teams, listen, both these medics, they just stoic, man. If I had any word, anytime there's any, hold up, little sentry sap, little force from Bubba. Bubba bombed in, was on the scaffolding, and from that split second of being on the scaffolding, had a clear shot at the Hubba, but a counter pop from the side of Froyo. They said, nah, if you're gonna force us, we're gonna force you too. We're gonna take this super pretty quick. Take us straight through under. Oh my goodness. Putting the situation back in an even standstill. We are looking at 2 Cowboys essentially at high noon, ready to shoot their weapons at any point in time. But in that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's even Ubers along that line. But we do see Bandy back on engineer. We're not seeing any more off classes. We're just trying to see if we can get some pressure. But Patty being the one applying pressure to Bubba with a domination to attach to that as well, with potentially him going to come up on off class, him staying on soldier. We could see Bubba sniper. We could see Bubba spy. But with how crucial his picks have been, we probably won't see it. We're not going to see him on the off class. That'd be probably more something along Jay or Slimness along that line, Sir Jaden. But we do see Brand Slim actually on sniper, looking to see if he wants to go ahead and try to play the game at headshot lane, baby.
Definitely, and I mean that's definitely that's something that would absolutely turn things around immediately for them. So, I mean, with double off class, they're looking to commit to this whole just anything to stop Ball's team from coming into this last point easily, and then they're gonna look to worry about pushing out. But as Ball's team is still looking for some type of opening here, they are playing it pretty slow. Oh, but there we go. Brand Slam finding a good pick onto the soldier, giving Froyo a bit more breathing room to look for some more picks or maybe look for some more space. But again, Ball's team not really looking to give them all that space, and it might go to a stalemate situation and reset the round if neither team is willing to go for this last point or push out from last point. If it's on Froyo's side. But again, both teams may just elect to go for the stalemate here and refight on the mid, but it looks like Ball's team is going to at least try here. Gets the sentry very, very early with that lock and load pick from Artis. They are going to get some space, but not really going to be enough as Froyo immediately counter pops with that Uber, fully committed to defending this point, if anything else, and letting the round reset. Heavy goes down. Tons of picks go down on both sides, but Froyo with so little health, and Ball's team barely able to just, it's a 2v1, just quacks on the point, and it's
hectic.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
3-5. Ball's team wins.
The craziness, the absolute insanity. That last push, that last fight was literally it was all hands on deck type of fight. That was absolute carnage from both teams. But again, that just goes to show you how high invite kind of is, Sir Jaden.
No, absolutely.
Absolute action at every moment of every way.
No, seriously. And the amount of back and forth we saw, the amount of strategies, different ways, so many pivotal moments, and not even just to mention the amazing skill of these players, just hitting the shots that they can in the situations that they can, or pulling out crazy advantageous situations in areas where you thought, no, this team should definitely lose. I mean, that's pretty much all we saw with these two teams, just duking it out at, so this is some of the highest level tier 2 that you're gonna get, period. So, and I mean, it was so exciting to see either way. I was thoroughly entertained. I mean, if it just goes to show, I love tier 2. If you don't love tier 2, like this is why we love tier 2. Like, this is some beautiful competition coming out of this.
Oh my goodness. That's what it means to love this game. That's what it means to love everything about this game, man. But even still, non-stop action, the complete domination, the consistent back and forth, the overall transitional periods where it's just faster than light, and I'm talking faster than light. The way they were playing, it was glorious, truly glorious. Team Fortress 2 gameplay that we saw displayed right in front of our very eyes.
It was, and I mean, yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming in, tuning into the Horse Run Monthly, our 7th installment. And I mean, what an upset. Froyo losing their streak there was not something I'm sure a lot of people were expecting. But either way, if you want to see more, we will be back once again next month. And if you want some merch, if you want anything related, if you want to support in any other way, !merch in chat. Twitch subs do get 15% off on everything. So do keep that in mind if you're looking to cop something from the merch store, a nice hoodie, a nice shirt, maybe just a cool little hat. Definitely do go check that out. And once again, just want to thank Gamer Latam for helping us host this event, this monthly event. Shout out to Gamer Latam, bringing esports not only to North America but to South America as well. If you want to check out anything else that Gamer Latam is doing, we also do have a Smash bracket. It's Soul Melter Smash. It is weekly up in Laguna Niguel every Monday night. And once again, if you do want to check out more TF2, if you're excited, you're like, hey, I want to watch more of this, or hey, I even want to maybe participate in this. If you're in Denver, check out the Fizzgun Fireside LAN that will be happening in Lakewood, Colorado. So if you do want to go check that out, if you happen to be around there, definitely go check that out. It's going to be a 14 team LAN tournament at the local host venue in Lakewood. So and it's going to feature tons of top teams, including players you saw here. Froyo is going to be there, like the G6. Tons of top teams, well established, duking it out, including teams from EU. So we might get a bit of some NA versus EU going on. But either way, pretty much that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, also big shout out to our sponsor, Manco Store. Thank you for sponsoring this event. If you guys want to get TF2 items easily for a good price, Manco Store is the place to go. They have tons of TF2 items at really good prices. So definitely do go check that out. But that is going to be it for the Horse Run Monthly. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. And everyone just have a great night.
Good night.